we're less than 9,000 blocks away, which is really, really cool. Quite honestly, for me, quite impressive is how steep hash rate has gone up. I'm saying more particularly in the past 30 to 60 days. I was expecting it to be more, but I'm not accelerated. Here we go. But I do really like seeing, us basically going. We're, I mean, difficulties at set. We're fine. We'll count hash rate. People like hash rate better than difficulty. We're at 500. We're at basically a half a zettahash, and already where was that at? Yeah, that's a spike. I don't like that. I don't like that for a spike. Yeah, you basically almost 20%, increase in the past month and past 2 months in hash rate, which is really, really cool. Really, really cool to see. Here we go. So I can hit it or not. There we go. Wonderful to see that simple sat math at $1 trillion market cap, 2,000 sats per dollar roughly. Okay, lower the better, obviously, but really nice to see for quick mental math. Just take whatever the dollar cost is and times it by 2,000. That's how much it is in sats. So it's just really, it's much more helpful than a 6,500, something like that. But still rocking and rolling. I know, again, more people are plugging miners in, but again, we're only 8,500 blocks away, a little more of that. Still down for the difficulty adjustment. It should be basically next week. But I wouldn't be surprised if this runs up real steep, around the around the middle of the summertime, roughly. That's kind of what I'm expecting. A real steep increase in hash rate. And to me, it's just very impressive to see the Samurai Whirlpool just completely obliterate Lightning and UTXO size. They're almost at 11,000, 10,700 roughly. And now this is Clark Moody's dashboard showing the public network. I want to be mindful of that. If you account for Strike and Async's private channel, all that stuff, it's astronomical. Lightning's astronomically bigger, but public, we're only at 4,600, almost 4,700. So that's a pretty big number. So 6,000 more, 10.6 to 4.6. I mean, it's pretty sizable. So feel free to ask any questions and kind of if you have any thoughts on whatever happened for news in the week that you saw, so on and so forth. I'll get to a couple other things like that, but pretty nice to also see as well that our our transactions are reasonable now, not only in the size, but obviously the cost, and they fall at the same time. So we're sitting at, I don't know why they don't show it anymore, but the rough overall transaction size, we're at about 140,000, 136,000, which is really nice to see. But we did have that little spike in, here we go. Yeah, we did have that little spike in astronomical fees the 2 weeks ago, I believe, in regards of the, I don't remember which video game it was for the, not mining, give me, sat per byte cost. It was one of the video games from whatever token they were minting, and it just clogged up the chain. Oh, it's only showing me in a difficulty adjustment. Okay, fine. I'm trying to find the spike in the fees, but I can't find the spike because I didn't realize they're only showing per difficulty adjustment, probably for pulling information from yeah, that only goes back a month, 2 months. Yeah, where's the spike? Do not recall where I found that at last time, but there was a nice, obviously if you were paying attention, there was a nice big spike in the network, so that's what you definitely saw. One of my favorite kind of news places is No BS Bitcoin, and it's a good general catch of stuff that's happening in the week. Every week, Bitcoin OpTech meets during the day. We meet during the night, but they go through more technical details. So they, I wish I was more knowledgeable in that, but a DNS-based human-readable Bitcoin payment instruction that I did see, was it today or yesterday they did that? Yeah, today. That was really cool to see. I know that that's really important and that's really cool, but I'm not sure how to use it because I'm not that technically skilled. I'm still on the path. This was a big thing, especially for myself, but I know everybody was really looking for this in the area, and that is we get lightning payouts for miners. So to be honest, this doesn't really do anything for the big players. They get paid out quick enough. If you're not mining, the minimum minimum payout threshold is typically five. Is typically 1 million sats. So depending on whatever you're running, let's say you're just running 1 million sats to mine is probably going to take you about maybe 2 weeks or so, maybe a month. So that's kind of right in line with paying your electricity bill and all that kind of thing. But as the hash rate grows, okay, as we all know, hash rate continues to keep spiking up. There we go. Maybe this is where I found it at. Maybe not. As we know, hash rate keeps going up. What people don't realize when you are mining is that if you have the same machine plugged in for 1 year, because hash rate goes up and your payout stays the same, right? Ignore the price, right? Nobody cares about the price at this point because that's just kind of offsetting your bill. The point is you're getting Bitcoin. That's all that matters. And so what actually happens is you just go a couple more weeks and a couple more weeks for your 1 million sat payout because there's more miners that are competing for that same pile. So it ends up being a compounding effect of slowing your payment from a week to a month to 8 weeks to 10 weeks to 12 to now what the miner was running 5 years ago was running at every 5 days or you get a payout. Now 12 terahash, right? You're lucky to mine 1 million sats in a year. Can you imagine paying your entire electricity bill for a year and only getting back, let's pretend that it's $1,000 at that point? So it's very challenging for people to get those thresholds paid while having a monthly expense where they're putting it in for a year plus expense. So this is going to really help out plebs to just get whatever they need at that moment for people. So this is really exciting to see on there. Shoot it. Shoot it, man.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, or for, uh,
Your audio, I got no audio on you. Audio's going in and out real bad.
oh boy. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Yep, yep, yep. Now
Can
you're
you hear
good.
me?
Yep, yep. Now you're good.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess the benefit for the Brains pool Lightning payout is that for people that mine, say, in their garage or something like that, they won't have to pay the I guess the base layer fee. Is that the main benefit here?
Well, to me, the main benefit is that you are paid out at a significantly lower threshold for whatever your hash rate you're contributing. This is what you're seeing is what I'm seeing because what the click or what the link on the other side, I don't know much more than this of what it's showing. Um, uh, but I'm expecting for Lightning Pals, you're getting a lower threshold. For people, if it's still at a million sets, that's fine. But to me, I'll take the UTXO over the Sats. But when you click this link, it will take you to a simple page, which that's a Twitter link, which will open invitation for you to access their beta. So you already need to be mining. You need to have an account, be mining with them, give them your username, um, you know, and possibly even your node ID will be great, right? You're already mining. You might as well, give them a node ID for them to connect to. So I don't know what the technicals are, what the payout threshold is. So I'm hoping that this is below the 1 million sat threshold. Um, but I could be very wrong. It could be the same, and you just don't have to pay um, no minimums or fees, as the tweet alludes to. But
Okay.
honestly, for me, if you're gonna pay out in Lightning, that's the whole benefit of Lightning. For 1 million sats, just send me a UTXO. I'll pay the fees. In Lightning, yeah, it'd be great. It's the same, but if you're gonna give me one or the other, I'm gonna pick on chain over Lightning.
And you mentioned earlier that the hash rate went up, I think in the last, say, month or so or week, like 20% or something like that.
Yeah, roughly.
What
Don't
is
yeah,
that
don't quote me on a
attributed
number.
to?
Oh,
Okay.
oh, where does it
Well,
where is
yes.
it sourced at? You mean where is it attributed to in that sense?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I generally, if you go back a year or so, I think the hash rate has been just parabolic. And it just seems like more miners are coming online. I don't really mine myself, so I don't really, uh, I guess I don't really understand what's going on. I know that when the halving takes place, that a lot of these miners are going to be wiped out. I guess what I'm asking is why the parabolic hash rate?
You really just alluded to it there. Of the halving is upon us. So the whole point in mining is to get the block reward every 10 minutes, ignoring fees because that kind of complicates things, but not really. Um, there's only 17 million sats in that fee for this last block, but there's 6.25 Bitcoin available. When that subsidy runs out on April 19th, apparently, ignoring the date, we're at block 840, 840,000. This gets cut into half into 3.125. So now you have a choice to make as a miner. You just kind of alluded to the easy way out is you just simply unplug the miner, because it's exactly what I just was kind of getting at earlier. You're going to be running the machine for twice as long for the same payment. So how would you feel if you went to work and you worked Monday, you got just make it up. You got $100. Or Tuesday, boom, you got a, 100, 8 hour day, 100, real simple. Okay. Wednesday comes by, you're bought, you do same 8 hour day, you get, boom, now you get 50. Well, what the heck's going on, right? You're going to have to make a choice there. And the answer always, well, you can't work twice as hard because you're already working, 8 hours, okay? You can't put twice as more effort in, okay? You can't go and duplicate, and stuff like that, all your work. So the only thing that you can do is, well, I simply have to charge more for my time. And that's exactly what the Bitcoin network does. That's why we get the price run up following the hash rate. So everything always around surrounds, and similar to governments, if you understand government subsidies and stuff, it's the same thing. The whole protest in France, and the European farmers and stuff. Same thing for here. There's Jetty popping in. You're going to get this subsidy cut in half. So again, you're going to have to make a choice. How do you pay your same electricity bill for half the Bitcoin? Well, the answer is simple. You just charge double for the price of Bitcoin than you were yesterday. And that's where the price always follows the hash rate. What's up, Jetty?
What's up, everybody?
So, just for context, guys, we normally actually meet on Keet, and I'm trying to kind of bridge the two. And so we have a wonderful group and conversation and live stream and all that fun stuff over at if you download an app, it's Keet.io, and we have a room there. There's many other rooms, and it's amazing technology, amazing peer-to-peer stuff, much more than just Bitcoin. But yeah, this is some very, very cool stuff. And yeah, Jetty, as we were talking earlier, there is just very, very exciting. Excuse me. There is very, very exciting things, going on. But at the core of this, it for Bitcoin mining itself, it all surrounds the subsidy. Right now, you can plug in a miner and potentially earn your equivalent share of 6.421 roughly Bitcoin. In the next 3 months, you will be getting 3.125 plus that 0.17 in fees. Because trust me, I'm not paying any more fees. I know you're not going to want to, double your fee price. You don't want that as an expense. So the price can only go one way, and that's up.
Up and to the right.
Up and to the right. Yes, very, very steeply to the right. And again, it is not about the price. It is simply, there's Victor popping in. It simply follows the hash rate, and there's your hash rate. So, and if you mirror that over, Jetty, remember, was it last week or the other week? I was showing the hash rate chart, and you go, yeah, look at the price, and we're like, no, it's hash rate, and then you just got even more excited, right?
Yes. Yep. Price, hash rate is everything. Yep.
So you said you don't mind, Michael. You don't have a miner, or honestly, I don't think there's any cloud providers anymore. Is there? I know Compass is dead and gone. Is there any cloud miners left? Like, can you go and buy a cloud miner?
Yeah, well, me personally, I have no idea where to begin mining. I only just set up my node, I think, like last month, and that was a learning curve in itself. So yeah, I'm open to learning about mining from people that have mined before, but no, I've never mined before.
Well, that you now have your node up, I would like to, and again, anybody else can pop in. The group is, roughly about this size, maybe a little bit bigger, but what node package did you pick? What was the process like? How do you like using it?
I forget the name of the one I use. So it was Umbrel. Um,
Okay.
I also got the Raspberry Pi and like the external hard drive, and it was pretty, I suppose, pretty simple. It's following the steps on the Umbrel website, and I think I got it up and running in maybe about 2 hours or so. And yeah, I thought it was pretty simple, pretty easy. I figure if I was not motivated to run my own node, then it would be too much of a hassle. Like if I was just a normie, like yeah, just forget this. Like okay, I have to buy a external hard drive for this, and gotta follow these instructions and stuff, and it's maybe gonna take another hour to get this done, but yeah, I am motivated to run a node for myself, and I found it to be pretty simple. So,
Oh, that's awesome. Even if you just set up a simple node package on a Pi. That's all that you need to get started. Now, have you set any of your applications up yet to connect to services that you want, or places that you use? Meaning like just something simple like you can hook it up on your phone or something, or um, um, I'm not saying to run like a BTC Pay server because that's a little more intense for a Pi to do, uh, to
Or
connect out
password
with.
manager. Yeah.
Or
Something
yeah,
like
actually, yeah. See, that's the thing. For to me, Umbrel, it's way more. To me, Umbrel has done, I think, a very interesting pivot. I mentioned this before, Jetty, and you
mhm.
just reminded me. But um, they are more so of a home server company, which is just so happens to be some Bitcoiners, with the similar principles like that. So. Um, yeah, to me, Umbrel is much bigger than just. Frankly, I would actually use Umbrel as a home server and don't put any Bitcoin stuff on there, just because I really like how they have everything set up and laid out, and then obviously the Bitcoin way to connect to stuff like that. So yeah, even a password. Yeah, have you set up any like password managers or um, some other
um,
apps?
yeah, no, not particularly. I just got the Bitcoin Core the application, and the Lightning node application, and I think that's really about it. It's like just a handful of stuff. I just have it on in the background, and I don't really do much with it at the moment. Yeah, I still have to explore its capabilities, but for now, it's just the node that's running in the background in the house. So,
Hey, you can never have too many copies of the time chain. So I appreciate your roughly 20 gigs a month
yeah,
of
absolutely.
Tor data. I've
That's
had.
awesome. Good to
So
see you,
what do you
honestly.
guys?
Uh, Hopefully I heard your question right. I'm running StartOS. Uh, StartOS by Start9. I like it. It's just like Umbrel, but less beautiful.
And it's more
Uh,
it's more privacy focused. That's how I would put it. It's more
yeah.
yeah, it's more of a privacy focus. I think Umbra focuses on the user interface more. Mm. I'm trying to get this thing set up here. Well, okay, so you can imagine how difficult what I'm trying to do right now. It's like trying to get two apps to connect to two different complete, like, no different than what you were saying, Victor, before, right? Same thing. It's like, all right, one location. No, okay. And we know where the best location is, but yeah, I have multiple nodes. I have ran not everything. The only things that I have not run actually is well, I mean, as the more node packages have come out, but the only two big things that I haven't run is the Start9 and the Ron and Dojo. Everything else I've ran and continue to run and stuff. Pies and they work great. But we talked about that before, Jetty. When you want to start really doing stuff with your node, okay, and this is for everybody, okay, just to be mindful when you actually want to. Say you want to actually self-host your own BTC Pay server for your small side hustle or a little, a little business for yourself, or just something, right? If you're going to get a lot of calls to that, okay, first and foremost, it needs to be pretty quick. So, anything to get out to ClearNet is best. But the second thing is, it's a website at that point, like everything else. So if you get a lot of calls and a lot of stuff, it's going to get more pressure on the hardware. So I know if you buy that Start9, Jetty, like what you did, it's built for that. Now there's obviously a limit, right? Because it's not a full dedicated server, but you're not going to use it like that. But I think in my opinion, what the whole goal for the node stuff is, you get everybody to run a node, but somebody has to start it first, and then you slowly get everybody else on. And I think so you end up playing, we've said it for years, the classic Uncle Jim model, where you're the Bitcoiner for your family, and it might be their money, right? But you are the main node for their information source, right? If they wanted, again, that's a whole nother level, right? But if they wanted your Lightning node, you can push out a payment for them, no problem, right? So I think it really comes more down to how much you're actually using it for. If you're just using it to host the chain, just literally for yourself and for testing stuff, Pi is great. Even for the Uncle Jim model, Pi is great. But the moment that a whole family of like 10 or 12 is actively using that, like 10, 15 transactions a day, or hundreds of views a day or something like that, yeah, you should probably go buy what's the new Umbral? That's they've had one out before, but the whole joke about all these node packages was at first, God, it's just, yeah, yeah, they do a really nice job for this stuff. But everybody just put a case around a Raspberry Pi and made an image, and then now they just go and make their own boards, specifically for that. So it's worth buying one of those things. It's not worth buying a node package, right? It's just, if you want to dedicate a machine, it's worth going that route. I chose to build and use it for that way, but a very different experience from using a node for your personal self versus getting multiple calls via over Tor, right? Because now it's slow, and so on and so forth, and then the challenge of just getting this stuff out to ClearNet is a whole nother thing for people. But that's really man. Well, to me, that's actually the more exciting part. I really don't like this to make it very technical, but I don't know what exact levels everybody is, that's new here, but the really exciting thing is when you realize you're running your own Lightning node. You realize that you can go and be a Lightning node for others, right? They can go and have their own Lightning wallet and stuff. And then what you realize with that is you go, wow, I can see all of their transactions. I can even read their descriptions. I'm their wallet, right? I'm their wallet and I'm their node, right? So it's like, oh no. Well, now I know why it's so easy for a custodial Lightning wallet to work, right? And how much information they have, so on and so forth, right? Because each one of those transactions is tied to an email, right? You can do the same thing. So then now you reach the layer 3 level of a Mint and Xiaomi and eCash style protocols, Fedi. But the real big one to me is Cashew and honestly, it will forever be in the lead, because it is already in the hands of plebs, and there's like legitimate tools already built with the Cashew protocol with layer 3, and it works great. The real benefit is you obfuscate your information behind the mint. It's just passing literal credit, pieces of notes, if you will, of bull crap, receipts back and forth that, oh yeah, I got this Lightning here at this mint. They say it's good, right? But we don't know anything. And then if you lose that note, they go, well, it was non-custodial, so what? It's gone. Which means it doesn't matter. They couldn't have had it anyway. Which you go, well, yeah. But again, it was just minted from a node that had, the Lightning. What happens if somebody says, well, I just want to mint 20 million, tokens? And you do that, and one token is one sat. You can name it whatever you want. And it's like, oh my God, the real shitcoins are here on layer 3, and we're all accepting of it. But the difference of it this time is, in this particular niche example, is not only is it, the shitcoin, but it's actually usable because my private information is better held in the wallet's, operator's hands rather than the LSP itself or the account manager of that, Lightning wallet. And so that now ends up being, and obviously if you self-host this, right, it's all, it's all perfectly fine. You can only lose everything you put into it, right? And it's your information, so definitely self-host what you're doing. But it should, like you just said, Jetty, it really doesn't stop. And we ended up adopting, and by the way, this is old protocol. God, why am I being such a bad cypherpunk, wannabe here? Was it David Chom? Right? Yeah. Is that right? It is David Chom. Yeah. I'm a good cryptography wannabe. Yeah. I'm on top of it. Okay, I got it. Yeah. So, you say what you want about him and stuff like that, but what a pioneer, as it says, just like what a lot of these people were, Adam Back and what's his name for PGP, Zimmerman. See, I'm on my stuff. Come on now, people. So it has always been around, and we're now doing it. But the beauty is, it's on top of Bitcoin and Lightning. So yeah, I like how you put that, Jetty. That is actually the truth now. We never really had a true layer 3 yet. And, obviously the Lightning was layer 2 for Bitcoin, and we're already in an argument that Lightning is probably going to fail, and everything's just going to default to layer 3. But honestly, it doesn't matter because Strike already has Lightning working beautiful with hundreds of millions of dollars, you know, if not billions in private lightning channels that we can't see between their nodes, right? That the people all use, that we all use and stuff. Same thing for async, you know, and I mean, God, you know, Bitfinex is ginormous. Cash App is obviously a massive one. You can't connect to their node, right? But yet you could do Lightning, right? You know, how are they connected, right? So just ginormous that we don't know. But yeah, so sorry for the rant. I need to stop myself on the rants. But again, the whole point why I did this or started on this was when you actually get into using your node and you see these levels that we complain about as the people using these wallets, like, oh man, we can't trust Wallet Satoshi, or oh, no wonder why this wallet got shut down or whatever. It's like, well, and then you see it as your own node operator, and that's when you realize that you're your own bank, and then you see why these type of tools we now can actually utilize on top of that layer. And the best part, it's all self-hosted, so it's definitely still going to be a legal battle and fight ahead of us for sure. In that regard, eCash is way worse than Lightning, only because it says cash right in the name, and it says mint and bank, you know, at the pro. Okay, so it's and I just shared it in one of the Keet rooms, because somebody shared it on Nost or somewhere. There's already, and it's been in the works for many years. It's like a 15-year-old document or something. Maybe it's a 20-year-old document. Like, the government already knows exactly how they're going to handle eCash. Seriously. So I've always thought about, like, I just thought about there too, not to add doom and gloom there, but it's like, man. Well, yeah, correct. Yes. Yeah. But again, now, right? We have thousands of servers and hundreds of thousands of ones that, are, publicly owned but privately operated, right? Obviously, those would be the ones that are co-op. But the way to capture the system would be, right, to keep all of the nodes running and operating and just keep them running as usual. Just collect the data. I just not retweeted. I just reposted that note somebody shared. I think it was Callie for the eCash, for cashew.me, and somebody connected to that node, and he looked at the node. He's like, "Oh, this is a weird looking node," and come to find out, it was the I gotta find this. I'll post this here. But come to find out, it was the that Canadian blockchain council watching watching the Lightning Network. Yeah, right here. I'll share this over here. The beauty is we can share this via Keet. I'll find what the node is. Blockchain Intelligence Group, and that was in Vancouver, British Columbia, up in Canada there. So that very, very odd, very odd usage, to connect to that. But again, if they're connected to, I don't know if it was Keller, if he's just watching, or if you connect over to Semisol here, but I'll share that. I thought this was just very, very fascinating. How do I do this here? What's the best way to do this, Jetty? End jump? Or try to share a note. Preferably on Keet, but also over to Zap.stream. Let's see here. I definitely got to give these guys a lot more props. Like I know if I'm on my stuff a lot better, it works great. But man, this stuff is challenging when you're streaming all this stuff. I fully understand it for these people to do that. Here, let's do that here. Let's see if this just worked. I just sent the thing to myself because I didn't want to open up Keet here. Let's see if this works. We really need a better way to share like notes directly in Keet. You know what I mean? Like some type of a preview or some type of preview, something like that. I thought this was it. I guess I can't see it. So I thought this was interesting. Just how he, just identified the, no capacity versus, what channels they have, what are they doing. It's like, why are you opening up such small channel sizes with so many participants, right? It's like, clearly you're just getting information, right? You're just probing the network. And I'm sure you can do that just even by adding peers too. So this is another thing. This is actually another great topic into, like, let's put it this way. I'll just stop sharing it for a second. Like let's put it this way. Oh no, it did still work. Look at that. If you are running, how do I phrase this? If you're running your own node, and you have, okay, so the whole purpose of running a Bitcoin node is to verify all of the miners' work. And in order to verify the miner's work, you must know the rules. So the whole point in a node operator is to hold the rules, know the rules, and use them accordingly, meaning every 10 minutes you confirm with your other peers, meaning the nodes, that the miner who got that block did the work accordingly. He did the hash, he did the proof of work, and he didn't cheat himself in payment. He didn't cheat because I don't want to make it complicated, but as a miner, because you make the block, you can make the block do whatever you want, which technically means you could pay yourself more if you wanted. But now that means that you would be essentially making a new chain, because you now need people to agree on that chain to say, hey, I just paid myself 500 Bitcoin and this block was worth, make it up, a couple $100 million or something like that, right? 1,000, whatever it is, okay? You guys okay with that, right? It's like, of course, no, absolutely not. So you as a node operator not only can, but I believe you have an obligation, you have a right to exercise your ability to block other Bitcoin nodes that confirm rules that you don't agree with. And so the perfect example of that is the classic block war, block wars of 2017. Essentially Roger Ver just tries to, leave the chain, okay, and make his own. And we said no, because we don't want those rules. And so that's when he said, fine, I'm going to actually go and do all these myself, and I'm going to do it at this date. And he had a lot of value at that time. Obviously, we know what happened to it within 6 months. We all knew where it was going. But a lot of people believed in it. Funny enough, it just wasn't, yeah, exactly, that little crook, he just wanted to increase the size. I was never personally worried, but I was concerned, and it's gotten more of a concern to me, of what you can do at the code base level, and therefore let that ripple effect up to Bitcoin. So we won the blockchain war. We stuck to the rule set: 21 million Bitcoin, 10-minute block times, right? Difficulty adjustment set the way it is. All that, everything's the same. Okay, we can make modifications, right? And that's where SegWit comes in. Okay, that's where some other soft forks come in where we increase the block size. People don't realize this. We've already increased the block size. Okay, and rightfully so, whether you like it or not, to keep everything the same, you're probably going to have to increase the block size once again. But to me, it's just like inflation. I actually don't mind a block size increase. Again, forgive me, smite me if I'm wrong. That's fine. But as long as we get the equal and opposite rate of increase in hardware storage and efficiency of that storage, and at the same time, the price of that storage going down per storage unit. Because at that point, even if the block size, this is extremely controversial to say, even if the block size is let's make it up. If the block size is 8 megabytes, let's double it from here, or 10 or 16 megabyte, we can virtually go up to, we'll say. Okay, so that's a 4x increase in the block size. Okay. We'll probably get more transactions. No bullshit. We'll probably get more transactions for sure. But what happens if some reason we got some massive discovery of silicon or a new technology to utilize it, and the cost of 1 terabyte ended up being $12 to the customer. Okay. I mean, and then at the same rate, what happens if your internet bill went down to, again, at the same rate, maybe $5-10 a month for the same, unlimited bandwidth, all that, okay, that's a little bit different conversation now, because now anybody in the world can go and run a full node on their phone, right? I Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, again, the reason why I brought that up is exactly to your point. It's just it's incredible of how quickly we continue to keep moving, even on the hardware level, really on the material level. But the, the purpose is not at all to increase the chain or to do anything like that. Like, meaning increase the size of the individual blocks. We forever increase the chain. That's actually why the price goes up. It's not so much the hash rate; it's the actual, the users driving it. But the as a node operator, you have an obligation to exercise your right, if you see fit, any um, unapproved activity that you don't like on the Bitcoin network. Now, the funny part is, how do you actually utilize that? Okay, 21 million Bitcoin, 10-minute block times, 4 megabytes a block, right? All that stuff. That's how you go and vote. When we do that stuff, that's literally how you vote. You go on your node, you go into the terminal, you SSH, blah, 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 whatever you do this here, you send this sudo command, whatever, this, like that, and you send the message to the rest of the network, and you say, I approve of this Bitcoin improvement proposal, and I would like to be a node operator that would like to run this software. And you go and send the message out. The simple way to do it is you just download the upgraded software. You just put the message in the upgraded software. But if you didn't want to upgrade to the software, but you wanted to send the message, that's how you do it. You actually vote. It's really, really cool. That's how SegWit worked. That's how we did it at. I did not run a node at that time. I did not know how to write in the terminal to do that, but that's how you would have messaged the rest of the network from your Bitcoin node. I would like to run our version of the code, not Bitcoin Cash. And the real answer is you just run your own code, right? But you can also go and send a message. So equivalent, you can do the same thing with a Bitcoin miner paying themselves more than what we all know that the fee is, right? We're at the third epoch going into the fourth, and this epoch is 6.25 Bitcoin. If a Bitcoin miner, if an IP address pays itself over that, we as the Bitcoin node operators, I argue, not only have a right, but have an obligation to exercise that right to blacklist that particular IP address. And for that, Lightning example, you can do the same thing as a Lightning node operator. Just kind of what you said there, Chatty in the chat. You're the Fed. You're the you're the Federal Reserve. You're the bank. Yeah. You are the boss, and you have a say in the network. So with that being said, these tools, we really do need tools built in a GUI like this. All of this is done in the command line, right? In that, terminal world. So it is definitely not as accessible for most people, I will say. But with that being said, that's just one more thing for you to go and learn, and to go and find on your journey. But pertaining to the overall size and scale of the network, I think we will reach points where, like, man, this is cool. You can run a full node on your phone. You can already do it now, but it's a little bit slow, mainly for pertaining to bandwidth speeds, right? But yeah, it's very impressive of the certain things that you can do running a Bitcoin node that you didn't even think of before. So, obviously being the Uncle Jim, self-hosting for yourself, being the Uncle Jim, and then of course, you have a say in the rights of the network. You're one of the validators. So. Yeah. No, 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 no. You're just like every other person. You're just. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they're all the same at that point. Even your own. Like that's the joke. You need to really self-host that stuff because it's just a custodial wallet to somebody else, right? It's the same exact thing for the cloud, right? That's the whole point, right? That's the whole point why you self-host. Where are you going to keep your passwords at? You're going to keep your passwords, on the cloud backup, available on all of your devices, or are you going to, have it on your own node or have it physically wrote down, right, in multiple places, whatever it is. So is LastPass one of the cloud providers? Dang. So I don't want to keep rambling because me and Jetty can keep going on. Guys, please feel free to ask any other questions or make a comment on at any point of something that we just said if you want. I definitely want to see where your level is at. I know Mike, you said your node level, so we'll grab that. Jetty, I just stopped the stream over there because I realized it was only my audio. You guys had yeah, correct. Nobody could hear you guys or anybody else like that. Yeah. So that's another. We'll figure that one out. Yeah, there we go. The I honestly on the same topic, I guess we'll keep going there because I do have a question for you. I was very excited about the Signal news today, right? And the Signal news that came out today, if nobody was following, I'll share the screen back. I'll try to get this thing here. Let me double check this. Where did I just? Oh, there it is. Yeah, you see that you can do usernames in Signal now?
Unbelievable. You can test it now. Hold on.
Okay, so here's the. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay, so this is the problem. The problem is, and I already knew this, okay? I already knew this. I'm torn, but I still stand with Signal. I'm not leaving Signal. I'm not turning away Signal, none of that stuff, okay? My problem is you still need a phone number to verify this stuff.
No.
Yeah. You still need it's not, you can't do, no username stuff. You still need a phone number. But, well, okay, for two things. You still need a phone number. They're still 100% hosted at AWS, okay? But, in the good side here, they're all self-hosted, okay? God, no, forgive me. They're not all. God, forget. I just said they're in AWS. They are in AWS. I meant to say they are encrypted. Forgive me. They are in 100% encrypted, as you would at the very least expect, right? And the second thing is, to me, which stands out the most, okay? To me, the second thing is, every time they have been brought to a court case for asking for, right, hey, we had phone numbers go from the, right, whatever, drug deal, murder, whatever it is like that, right? Every time they've turned in documents where they could only give phone numbers and that, hey, this person contacted this person at this, like that's it. They don't have, they may have the time. I don't even think they have the time, but they don't have the messages. They don't have anything else. And it's proven that they don't have that because the court can't force them to turn anything else over because they show them they show them what they can access on their servers and they can't do anything. So to me, that's the only nice thing is that, and it's been multiple times. They do a really good job of standing for, your own personal information to be your own personal information. Okay, also known as privacy. So, again, the classic thing: you don't go to the bathroom with the door open in public, right? It's such a simple. Right? You're not all animals out, attempting to reproduce just nakedly on the street, right? It's like, come on, okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut
Shoot
cut
it,
you.
shoot it.
I was gonna say they're saying that first of all, for anyone who doesn't know, it doesn't matter what social media platform you try to use. Most of them, including Signal, I guess up until now, they ask you to sign up with a phone number, right? Any tool, or system, or website that asks you to sign up with a phone number, it's doomed to a specific attack that is called SIM swapping.
Yeah,
And that
yeah,
attack vector is basically when someone is able to call the call center of your SIM card company, your cell phone provider company, and then ask them or beg them by any means necessary to give them access to your phone number, your actual service. And once they're able to access that, then that means all the 2FA, all the text messages, everything goes to them and not you anymore. So that's that attack. So it's very interesting because Signal making this move is claiming that they're making this move because they're trying to help you and I be safe by not being a victim or a target of this SIM swapping attack. And in my mind, I really, first of all, I was using Signal because of historical purposes. You know, a lot of people still use Signal, so I was like, okay, I guess if I want to reach out to you, I guess I still need Signal. But I hated that phone number thing because in my mind, I'm thinking, what if I change my number? What if I move? What if I? So many things can happen. I don't want to be tied to a phone number. So I started being excited, Max, when you announced this news, and I was like, what? So I Googled real quick, and I saw the post, but you still, like you said, Max, have to register on Signal using a phone number. That's the part that messed me up. Now, I don't know if you said that earlier, Max, but you can still, hopefully,
yeah,
you can
yeah.
still, you can use a throwaway phone number. I don't know exactly because I can go to quacker.io and there's plenty of phone numbers there, but I doubt that. I think last time I tried, Signal did not allow me to do that. I could not get the text.
No, I've tried that as well. Like even a classic like Google Voice number. I don't think you can, just a free something like that's a no go.
See, this sucks, man. Look at Keet, man. Look at Keet, man. We just being treated. No phone number, no email, no nothing, no
Yeah,
nonsense.
for you guys that don't know, I really need to Jay, we really need to do a demo for
Oh
Keet.
yeah.
I mean, like seriously, a real demo and stuff. Because um, while I do have pushback with it, and I'm still reserved, I would like to replace that with like a Noster client that also uses something like a hole punch or uses hole punch. There's a way to marry those two together like that. I know that. Um, but um, the, the the real beauty with Keet is it is basically using your computer as a server, and anybody in the room has access to what you allow them to have access to by simply adding it to the room, adding it to the chat. No different than like Telegram or like a Facebook Messenger or something like that. Um, uh, and it again gives you the ability to be truly peer to peer in that sense. So the real downside of it actually is it's kind of interesting. The real downside is if you are not online, or if you don't, or if maybe your laptop falls asleep, um, you will not be you will not be able to share that with other people unless they go and open that up, click it for themselves, and kind of keep it in the room and stuff. But it is peer to peer, and the video quality astronomically, incredibly clear, extremely responsive, and just an overall unbelievable experience. I think there's a lot more tweaking that can be done for like a setup like this, but um, it is definitely try it out, download it. It's built by some Bitcoiners. Yes, it's Tether, so that's where my problems are sourced at. Okay, if you know, you know. Um, but um, man, what they have, it works, and it works great. And Lightning is available in there, ready to go, and yes, it works. Does it work the way that we want it to work with the one, dollar button, or not dollar, sorry, the one little coin button in the bottom to just click? No, that is not enabled at the moment. But uh, you can basically go and build that yourself. So um, in your own version, but you can put your own Lightning node credentials in there or a voltage node like what you did, Jetty, and it works. It connects. It's great.
I can't wait for that day, man. I
Oh
can't
yeah,
wait.
to be able to press the button and just yeah,
Imagine, man. I have so much to say about that, so I'm gonna just keep it to myself for now. Whew.
yeah. Have you guys
Man,
even heard of Keet? I mean, even just message in the chat or
I was
you
gonna
know.
share my screen, but I can't. I think you have to
Oh no,
enable
see
it.
here we go. Here, I apologize.
Unless you want to share, if you want, you
No,
can
no, no.
share.
Go here, here. Where's it at? Where's it at? There we go. I never. It's always at the top. There we go. It's enabled.
Right, okay, perfect. All right, let me share my screen, and then boom, boom, boom. Hopefully you can see. So this is Keet. I downloaded it, so I just wanted to show where I downloaded it from. I put the link in the chat, and I'm using the Mac right now, but this is what the website would look like, and it kind of shows you what this conferencing will look like as well in the video. It's private and encrypted, amazing video quality. We talked about that. Share huge files instantly. Payments built in, it's coming up. All right, so once you download it and you install it, it takes like 2 seconds, like literally. And then once you install it, it will pop up this app, and basically they are, you create the rooms that you want to create. You hit the plus on the left side, and then you have two options: join a room. If you have a URL, you paste it. So what we like to do is we like to share a link that starts with pear, PEAR, and then colon forward slash Keet, and forward slash, and then that's the room key. And then you paste that key right here, and instantly you are in the room. and you can do that for any room. There's a Bitcoin room as well. There's so many rooms. There's a room for El Salvador too. There's a room for French-speaking people. There's a room for the Plan B conference. Oops.
How
So
how did you get the small room like that?
oh, I,
How did you have nothing in your recent rooms or bookmark rooms? Do you have other rooms, or how did you hide those?
oh no, no, I didn't hide anything. This is
Oh,
so
it's a
this
brand new instance.
yeah,
Got it.
yeah,
Okay, no
and I
problem.
think
Got it.
on top of that, I think you can probably tell. That's probably why. So this bookmark doesn't exist anymore. There's a lot of things. I'm still on the
Oh
older
yeah, I
version.
forgot it.
Uh,
Yes. Oh, there's your L&D
yeah,
stuff, guys. You want to check that
yeah,
out? Yeah, there you go.
yeah. The trick is that you can check the version. Hold on, which one was that? Oh yeah, software version. They were in. So yeah, I think we are not on this version anymore.
The trick is that
We are. Say that again. Sorry.
No, that was you saying that. I'm just confirming that the stream is working now, so you're good.
Oh, okay.
You caught yourself off guard by me playing the stream and you watching you. That was a very meta moment.
Oh man. So yeah, Keet is on version 0. Oh yeah, they changed everything. Yeah, they changed everything. The pear version is 0.24. Yeah, they changed a couple of things. So I'm pretty sure this is an old version because I cannot update. So here's the thing. Um, I am not able to. I'm using my work computer right now, so that's why I'm not able. I'm on a VPN. Everything is locked down, so I was able to install this, but I named it like this. But I cannot do anything. Like if I send it, I cannot join. If you join, you won't be able to join. I clicked on this invite someone, and it shows a QR code that anybody is able to scan with their phone, or I can create the invite. See, this button changed too, by the way, in the newer version.
Yeah.
Copy invite is changed to generate code. So it doesn't automatically generate a code anymore if you click on this. But anyway, I digress. So the app is pretty easy to use. I've never seen anything like this. This is so easy. In the middle, you have the chat version. You can type anything you want, any message. There's also you can also man, that's actually pretty nice. Am I on a newer version or something? Um, so you can format text as well. I think double star is bold. There you go. And then you can do dashes for. You can format your text, and it's amazing. Oh, hold on. Oh, you can indent with this.
Yeah,
Just
so they have a really interesting like text field interface down there. So the one thing that I find frustrating is try copy and pasting something and just doing
oh yeah,
like
yep.
copy.
I know exactly what you mean. It shows some weird characters when you copy
Well,
and
yeah,
paste.
but try to copy and paste that and put it in the chat down there.
Let's see.
Try the Command V that.
Oh,
Oh wait a
it's
sec.
okay.
Oh no, no. I'm sorry. Try to right click that. That's the problem. Try to right click it.
You're probably right, Ron. You're probably right.
No, I mean yeah. You can copy it up there, but if you try to like right click in the text field, and then
Uh-huh. Like right here.
pay, man, what the
Now I don't know which version I am. I may not be on the same version. Remember?
paste that in there.
Um,
Does it work?
yeah.
Yeah. I gotta make a bug report then because that doesn't work in the new one. Okay.
Yeah. This is an old one. Remember, this key is not connected to anything. You see the yellow one? I got a yellow C. It appears you're on a tricky network, and blah blah blah. We've seen that before, and I don't even think it's gonna show my IP. It shows my IP. I'm on a VPN, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it don't
But
matter if you're yeah.
yeah, so yeah, this is pretty much how the whole thing works. Plus, create a room, join a room, simple. And then start a call. Of course, you can also start a call and all that stuff like that. And then join a call as well. If there was an ongoing call in this room, you can instead of start call on the top right, you'll see join the call, and then you'll join the call and see you still got the bookmark. I'm on an old version, man. I don't remember seeing that bookmark of the room anymore. So
No, I do kind of like it though. I wish we did have that. Although I do like the pictures now. That is nice.
I know. And look, did I tell you? I know we're digressing completely, but since we're talking about Keith, did I tell you that now you can edit the room icon?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so.
that's what I meant by adding pictures. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I added it to the room. I thought you would like it.
Yeah, I thought that was so sweet. That was so awesome to see. I got the other rooms in there too like that. I think oh man, it looks great.
Yeah. It feels so good to see all the rooms with different images now. Now you can recognize quickly like which room you're looking for. Like the
Yeah.
French room, like the French flag.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of work to do and stuff for it, for sure. But again, the whole point of why we're talking about this guy, I just shared. I want to keep talking on Keet on this particular topic here, but this is again when you start to self-host your stuff. You start to learn. Okay, what's a Bitcoin? I can have my own Bitcoin node. I can have my own Lightning node. I can have my own eCash mint. Now you start to look at other peer-to-peer true technologies. And again, while I do have some serious problems with Keat's funding and what the junk coin uh, that Tether obviously is, and so on and so forth, but I mean, this is an awesome product for what they have, and we can build off of it. They just open sourced the pear runtime aspect on Valentine's Day, and they released some good guides on how to do that, meaning on how to go and run your own version of a Keet, or make your own and stuff like that. But it's just truly peer to peer. Now, unfortunately, Keet as the application itself is not open source, so we can complain all day long about that, but you'd be surprised at how many things are not open source that you use every single day. And this is right. Telegram ain't open source. You probably use Telegram. You probably sent messages through Telegram that you wish you would have self-hosted in a sense. Not that it's a bad thing, or right? But it's just like, oh, that'd be nice if I would actually hold that, right? Let alone through Twitter and X and whatever else and stuff. But it's really, really cool to me. I think Jet, I can speak for you on these two things. To me, the two things that really stand out for Keet is the video conferencing.
Yes.
When you start a call, boom, instant sharing, instant. Everything is unbelievable, clean, instant. And that, at least for me, I think this is more for me. So I'm only going to speak on the one thing for you, Jetty. But the other thing for me is I actually use it for more file sharing between devices.
Yeah, same.
Across various devices, VPN, VPS VPN like what you do, VPS here, iPhone to your Android to your Linux laptop to to your your parents' iPad, right? Um, they can all be inside of a group, and everything is instantaneous. It's really incredible. Oh, I'm sorry. The other third benefit here, this is what I got Ben into last week, right, with him learning, is I got to get him a wallet, too. I'll help him out with the wallet. No way! Wow, that was creepy, dude.
Oh, what happened? What did I miss?
Guess who just entered the room?
Yeah, somebody asked in Keet, hey, can I get the link to join the Zoom? So I share the link right now. But
Oh,
I can't
good.
see. I'm sharing.
Oh, what's up, Ben? There you go.
Oh,
I swear to God, I was just talking about him, and all of a sudden he pops up and appears.
that's awesome.
That was hilarious, dude. But
Perfect.
the point. Honestly, I don't even remember what I was saying like that. That's incredible. That was weird. That was very
How's it
weird.
going?
Oh my gosh, what's up, dude? That's awesome. I swear to God, I was just talking about you and as an example, and then literally, the moment that I spoke your name, boom, pops right up, magically appears, and I'm like, holy shit, that was crazy. That was sweet.
Sure hope you're not talking about the experimental filaments.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you got to tell me about that. I got to ask you questions about that later. We got we got opportunity to play with some experimental 3D printed film, and he's been playing around with that. So
Nice.
yeah, it's pretty fun. So we're just demoing Keet, um,
Oh yeah.
and again, Ben, I know the irony is right. Uh,
You got the
God,
link. You got the Zoom link from Keith.
Yeah.
oh, that's so funny, dude. Yeah, so we just had more people in the Zoom room than the Keet room at that time, and I was having trouble trying to bridge them. So I'm like, I gotta go for Zoom and I have to, right? If you're in Keet, right, you're already in the know and stuff like that. So, or again, even Noster as well too. Noster is honestly, even more and better, right? Well, again, just as everybody knows, you can keep throwing a bunch of apps at that, and it's just like anything else, right? There's a limit. You don't need everything and stuff. Pick what works best for you, and find your lane. But the Keet is the Keet. This is what I was getting at. Thank you for getting me back on track, Max, for when thinking about you popping in. That was so awesome, Ben. That's so cool. Anyway, when you mentioned last week or your initial interaction with Keet, you said you go, oh my God, it's like Discord, but there's no storage limits. So you're going, because again, it's peer to peer. The joke, pair to pair is the low, kind of thing. Ha ha he he. Jetty, you sent that what 5-10 gigabyte movie in the Bitcoin
Oh
chat
yeah,
room.
5 gig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 gig, and everybody got it, no problem.
Yeah, it took a second, and then the movie pops up. Like you see the images on my screen instead of the image that would be the movie
Yeah,
thumbnail, and then that doesn't mean the file is available for anyone to like they own the file. That means the file is available to stream or download. So it's just the beginning to give you the key to start visualizing the movie or taking possession of the copy of the movie.
yep.
And I mean, 5 gigs available just like that. Yeah. The only reason, and by the way, Max, I don't have the file right now on my screen, but the only reason why it wasn't showing, it was showing the name of the file instead of showing the thumbnail, like you see the image right here on my screen. It was because it was a format at the time, and maybe things change now, but it was a format MK M4, I forgot MK4V or something. If you know, you know. Um, it was an anime, and that was probably not the MP4. And what I noticed at the time is that MP4 was the default, and if you put a video, if you upload a video, like I go to settings and I upload a video in the MP4 format, it'll show the preview, it'll show the thumbnail. That means it's ready to be streamed. So that's what I found out after the fact. But 5 gigs, man? What?
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's pretty dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
It uses your internet plus my internet, but it's also it splits from what I understood from the mechanism behind the file sharing protocol behind everything here in Keet is that as I share the file, whoever is connected in the room is going to be used to split the file and give the people the file that I shared, but in small parts. And that's what makes the whole magic happen. It's like torrenting 2.0, honestly.
Put the queue up. Put the queue up. Jeez. Add me as a peer in here so we can use it as an example. I just want to show them what it looks like when I go
Yeah.
off of a.
See if you can join. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, it'll work. It'll work.
Not sure if
So
Peer
I'm
or
gonna
Mark.
scan.
See, I don't even have the admin. I'm on the old version. This is official. I have an old Keat version here. There's a whole lot more bells and whistles that you can see on the newer version.
Yo,
This
this
is
is
the
gonna
Keat.
be awesome. Okay, so it's popping up. Let's see what happens.
And again, I'm not sure if it's gonna work because I'm on this VPN, and you know how it is, man. Work, they lock you down, man. Like they don't want you to do anything. So I don't even know how I was able to install this, but
It just says the same thing like before. It says waiting for somebody to let you in.
Yeah,
So
and you know, I'm in the room, so I should automatically let you in. Remember, but yeah, don't worry too much. I wish I was on another computer, but this is the only thing I have right now. Besides, if we go on Keet, of course, I'll be able to share from my personal computer. Um, Actually, hold on. Let me join from my computer. Let me join the Zoom call from my computer, my personal computer, and I'll share this whole thing again, and you can we can demo better. Do you mind? Do you want to
oh
do
yeah,
that?
yeah. Do that if
All
you
right.
want. Here, yeah,
Give
yeah,
me 10 seconds, and I'll join. Matter of
yeah.
fact, I'll be able to join right now. Actually. Boom, 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 boom.
Go like that. Let me go like this.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh,
So,
you can join like that from where you're at right now.
yeah, no, I'm using two computers. Right now I'm sharing from my work computer, but I'm trying to log in from my personal computer and it has Keith and everything. This is how we talk all the time. Um, I just wanted to be, I guess, fancy today. I just
I mean, are we really like the only people that do this, or is everybody else like try to run a VPS or have like a virtual private network kind of thing for themselves? Like you, does anybody else do that? I know you walked away, Ben, for that second, but like I don't know. I'm just curious. Like I'm just wondering if anybody else does that. How do we do this here? Standard. Get rid of that.
Okay, index. I'm looking for the passcode. That's what. Okay, I found it. Oh man.
Yeah, it is kind of taking Lee suspiciously long to join that room. I'm noticing.
Yeah, I told you, right? Yeah, I told you. Yeah. Don't worry too much, man. This, my
Yeah,
stupid
that
company
is
thing.
interesting.
It locked everything down. It's all about networking. So all it is NAT. They from what I read about the key documentation is that your NAT ports need to be open. And if you know anything, if your ports are blocked, oh, you have to let me in from
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
side.
You're there. There you go.
All right. Now I didn't join the audio just yet. So let me join on the other side. All right, let me cancel all this. Close all this. By the way, I'm back. First, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, cool. We are cooking. Changing keyboards. I do too much.
bro. That's
Too
so
many
funny.
computers up in here. All right, now it's time to cook. All right, so I will show. Let me clean on my desktop, and so you don't see all my torrent stuff. Legal torrents, of course, of course. Y'all remember those days, man? Oh my gosh, I thought I was the boss.
Funny enough, I never did any. I mean, I get. Well, okay. I guess does LimeWire count?
Yes.
Okay, then yes, we all did it. Then got it. Okay, got it.
Oh man, the good old days. All right. So things should be popping now. Okay, so let me show you the entire screen so we can make things a whole lot easier. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now y'all about to have fun here, okay? Because this is really, really fun. I know I have Telegram in the background. I'm trying not to close it. You know what? Let me just because I'm trying to join the Matrix. Anyways. All right. Boom, 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 boom. So this is Keet. And let me move this around. When you share, you always got this zoom little annoying bar. You have to move around everywhere. Okay, perfect. Now, yeah, what was I trying to show? Okay, so all the rooms. Oh yeah, we can do a little test too. All right,
Yeah, just go make a new one. I'll just do a test.
blah blah room. This is blah blah
Scan.
room. And I'll invite you to blah blah room. So I click on the plus on the top right corner, and then you can invite. There's two types of invites: peer, moderator, or admin. So yeah, any pop you as a peer, or it doesn't matter. And then you have different expiration times. Most people, when they create a public room, you set it to 2 weeks, and then you can generate link so that you don't have to generate a new link to attract more people every 2 hours. So whoever it is on this call who has Keet installed, just go ahead and open Keet, or just open your camera or something and scan that QR code on my
Now that
screen.
was a lot quicker. Okay.
Yeah, boom.
That was
Yeah,
a lot quicker.
and
Yeah.
no sign up. I mean, this is the beauty of everything, right? Like Zoom is asking you, hey, who are you? Can you sign in? Like, what's your email address? What's your password? We want to know who you are. And Keith is like, come on in, just like Bitcoin.
Well, speaking of, let's open up that picture. I love this picture. I saw that on Nostr today. It's great.
Ooh.
Isn't that deep? That one hits, doesn't it?
Yes. I'm trying to make sense out of everything.
Yeah, it's such a weird picture, right?
Yeah.
You know, but you read it and you go, wow, like, man, it has so much meaning in there. You know, even for how weird it looks, but yet it fits, right?
That's crazy.
So, but now what you guys will understand is, well, actually, open that back up. Whoops, isn't going to Nostr. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, close that out now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I leave, now I just closed out the app. Now that is still only there and available because Jetty opened that up.
Yep.
Now I'll do another one here. If you don't open that, what's another one here that I have?
See that you're still showing.
Yeah, I just popped up. Back. I'm trying to find a good one here.
You'll need the invite again. You have to scan it again.
Oh, this is a good one here. I'm just trying to find a picture here to send. Okay. This is another Bitcoin one. Don't open up this picture, but we'll just
Okay.
no. You can go. You can show everybody, but I just want to show what happens when you scroll offline, when you go offline.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
offline.
yeah. Hit the one new message at the bottom. Yeah.
Let's go. Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can see that it's there, but if I leave, okay,
And then I delete it. Okay.
or no, it shouldn't even be there. Go to like the meme stream or something like that, and then come back.
You sure?
Okay, I just closed out of it. Dang, how are you doing this? This is incredible.
Yeah. I see what you were saying. A good point. I like that you were testing this. I've never thought about testing this, as silly as it is, but that's amazing that we just tested this live. So that means once I can see it, because it's an image, maybe I store the copy once I have it. So you being in the room streams the copy of the image as far as that specific file type specifically. And I have the copy of it because I viewed it. So it's almost like I have it and I can get a copy of it. So maybe it's in my cache. So maybe that's why.
Well, no, I think it is, and that's what I was trying to show you guys, that like if you're not online and you share a picture, you share something like a video, and somebody even just wants to look at it, you can't even preview it because again, it's peer to peer. It's their server. If that server is offline, if your Lightning node on your Umbrel goes offline, then we can't route a payment through you, right? Then I can't get, you know what I'm saying, right? On-chain is different, right? And if you're offline for long enough, then you get forced closed channels and blah, blah, blah. But, it's not a big deal if your node goes offline for a little bit. But if you're trying to make a payment at that point, what if you're a routing node, or what if you're, right? What if you're a pretty large LSP trying to, or again, you're just an Uncle Jim, trying to do, right? For me, Ben already knows this is coming and stuff. I got to help him out. Same thing for myself, vice versa for him. But, again, like we just said, how do you be the proper Uncle Jim model, right? You need to be online. this is the same example here. This is peer-to-peer technology. You need to be online to share like a picture or a video. But like what Jetty just did, if you open up that image and you store it in your cache, by the way, read this. This is great. Okay, I love doing this. I know you can't do that. Can you zoom in or something? I don't think we can zoom in.
I know it was better without the
Yeah, it is better without. But
Bitcoin proof of work.
yeah, I'll read. I'll read it.
Yeah, go ahead, read
Or
it.
actually, no. That's a stupid thing to do. We just take a screenshot and we send it through Keet once again.
Yeah.
It's much
Oh
simpler.
yeah.
Yeah, you just
Or
read
you just
it.
open up simple Photoshop it and then scale up the pixels.
Or that too, yeah. But I know this is gonna be way quicker. But the one thing is, I feel like a dumb monkey trying to find where the app is on my phone. Okay, here we go. God Almighty.
What OS are you running?
Pop OS. Pop
Okay.
OS. Hello, Pop OS. Yeah, it did me good so far. Issues with
This
the
is it,
Wi-Fi,
here we go.
that's to be expected if you on Linux.
Hmm.
You fix that pretty quickly. All you gotta do is just download the drivers. And usually it's in the main packages, so and then you can just keep running. But outside of that, man, I'm just using Keet, man. Honestly, you can see.
Now, I will say, I don't really know anybody that is using Keet to do like legitimate Bitcoin business or, paying anybody back, because I know the Lightning is not enabled on this yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, what a great way to send, right, a Lightning payment, right? Oh my God, just copy and paste it, send that QR code through Keet. Ah, there you go. Thank you. I was just sending these. This is great, right? Send this to anybody that you want, right? This is the difference between Bitcoin and crypto. It's so simple. Bitcoin is proof of work. Or we'll start on crypto. Yeah, Bitcoin is proof of work. You actually do the work for it. Crypto is proof of stake. Does not require any energy to make. Bitcoin requires energy to make, right? There's miners. Mike, we talked about that at the very beginning. I want this to be the last thing. I know you guys have been here for since 8 o'clock or so, so I want this to be the last thing. And feel free to ask any questions. We normally riff on, late into the night and try to, wrap it up, whenever we need to. But I thought this was great, and I think this was a great demonstration and showing Keet. But again, I love this so much because it says, right, Bitcoin is proof of work, crypto is proof of stake, no need energy to input. Bitcoin does need to input energy. We do know what the supply is, and the 21 million, right? We're talking about the halving every epoch, every 210,000 blocks. We know that there is literally no cap to how much Ethereum that people can print. You can make as many as you want. Go ahead and make as much as you want. You can probably make yourself your own. And we know that it is centralized because you can't go and run your own Ethereum node like what you're doing, Mike. We are a decentralized, distributed network. So that was the whole magic, right, in voting when there's a peer in your network that you're gossiping with and he's telling you lies, right? He goes, I just confirmed I just verified a transaction that a miner paid himself 150 Bitcoin. Here, share that with your gossip network, with your peers. I look at that and I go, absolutely not. That's not the rule set that I agreed to. Boom. Block that ISP. And then the best part, no CEO. And it is the definition of a security.
Yeah.
And we are a commodity. Yeah. I love how they wrote this on a piece of paper. I should just write this down when I get asked to go and do my talks and stuff like that. And I know it's gonna get up again and stuff like that. But.
I thought that was you who wrote that down. That's crazy.
Oh no! I would not. No! I stole that. Yes. So I will be writing it down, but I definitely stole that from Jor. So again, this is being streamed on Zap Stream. So thank you everybody for all the zaps, and shout out to King Golf at nosterplebs.com. So if you're watching. Great note.
Perfect. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me close this. Cool.
So really, it's the amazement thing is sometimes you, because it is peer to peer, like if Jetty goes offline there, I might not be able to download that. Like if he's offline for a little bit, I'm offline for a little bit, our cache kind of goes away whenever it does, and you open that back up, I can't reload the group like that.
Yeah, until I come back online. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Now once you do come back online, then
Yeah,
you know,
it's like magic. It just resumes like a torrent file.
yeah.
Like, I don't want to show you all the stuff that I have queued up right now. But anyways,
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
it's just magic. Magic torrenting. It just, you come back online and it's like, you know, if I'm online, like everybody else start getting the file if they are online too. It's just so simple. Like this is a probably 5 gig or so. HD, 1080p, long movie. And you see how it's not showing the preview. And I'm still not prepared, but I may have other things where I can show you a preview because the
No, they don't have a preview yet. There's nothing.
Yeah, it won't show because they don't like NKV, and it's okay.
I mean, I will say this, like, I'm even asking for a simple preview of the messages, right? When you send a hyperlink,
Yeah.
can I just get a rough display like Twitter is, right?
Zoom link I shared to Ben.
Yeah, like what you got there, Ben. Yeah.
So,
It is much easier to interact like that at a glance, right? But again, that's probably more cash. I get it.
yeah, you see, waiting for connections to share. If it doesn't.
Perfect
pop up,
example. There you go.
there you go. And then he popped up because the dude Bitcoin News may not be online, but there's 1,400 people in this room. So at least one of them, you can bet, just gave me the file without doing anything. I mean, it's beautiful, And clearly, in this room, Max left. He shared the file. He left, and I came there, and I already had the file. I think. Let me be clear. I think the reason why, Max, I had the file, even though you left, is because I was already in the room. That's the trick. So if you do a little
It's
test,
two parts. I agree with you, but I think it's also a second part because I've been in the room where, like, Gray will send something, and then, like, if I go into a different room and I come back to that and he's offline, like, it goes away.
yeah.
Like, okay, and I don't know if, like, hey, I was just, like, in and out that quick, like, it just didn't load. But if I'm in the room and, like, what you just did there, if I'm in the room and I'm there for a while and I'm looking at it, like, I think it's going to automatically kind of go, like, okay, this has been here for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, let's save this, right? That's what I've experienced. It, like, does it automatically if you're there for a while, but to me, I found that, okay, like, there was one video that you shared or I shared, and the only way for me to keep it in there was for me to click it on the other device and have it save in the cache on there, of which allows it to help seed it to you, so when you're online, you can cache out. And then it's a compounding effect, as you guys know, identical to, what happens when a node gossips to another node, of which it goes from 4 to 8 to 60 to 1,200 to 10,000, right? And then boom, that's why your HTLC payment gets sent so quick, and the whole network verified it within 10 minutes. So.
Yeah, but I still believe that there's a way that this file is if it's only two peers, like in the other room in the SSC. We are 13 devices. And it's not 13 people, 13 devices as of now. And, so even if you stay in a room for a little bit, there's a high chance that maybe, not that high, but there's a chance that, I'm always online, by the way. My computer is always online. So if I'm in the room, there's a high chance. And I try to be in this room. I'm mostly in this room, honestly. So there's a high chance that maybe I was in the room getting your file. And I try to do that because Gray Satoshi, he lives in Tanzania, and his internet sucks, honestly. And he right? So he cannot just stay in the app, I guess. Or he doesn't see the value yet, but he has to stay longer. Like, to share files and stuff, it's not as quick you know, as it could be for us to share files and stuff. So the incentive for him to stay in the room after he shared all these files, you know, sometimes you have to do other things when you're on your phone. He's on his phone most of the time. So it's not like he's on the computer and the computer keeps just seeding those files for you. So that's the little trick. But what I was trying to say is that in this blah blah room, like if I share a file, like if you share a file and I'm not in the room, like if you do a test, you'll see like are you still in the room, Max? If you are, like share anything, and then I'm just gonna be like in another room.
I was gonna say, yeah, go over here. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to let me go and send. It's another good one here to send.
If you send a file and I'm not in the room, it won't. I'm not gonna download it. At least that's my experience, where all the stuff appears, like you saw this page, this image. It
This is great. This is a great one here. I'll share this one.
To request the file. If I wasn't in the room, it doesn't give me anything. But as soon as I come in, then I request the file automatically. As I keep scrolling down, all of this stuff. See, this is
okay. I just sent something in here, and I just now have closed out of the app, so I am no longer in the app.
Yeah. Now this is a good test. Let's see. Let's see.
So if I so go ahead and click that and try to open it.
It won't. I'm clicking on it. It doesn't. See,
okay.
And as soon as you come in.
Oh yeah, this is so great. This is what I wanted to show the entire time. Thank you guys for staying and being patient to show, because this is the best part right here. Check this out. And I'm gonna count how many seconds it is out loud for it to load on my phone. On my graphing device. This is not my phone. I don't have I don't use my phone. I have a graphing device. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I mean 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Honestly, I think you have to click it at this point, but
Oh yeah, my bad.
yeah.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right, my bad. We were counting. But yeah, it's so I have to mark it requestable. It's interesting. I'm learning this thing as we go, which is fascinating.
This just cracks me up too. This was a funny one.
What are the ants?
Click it, Jenny.
Oh.
Just crap. Actually, what was funny is too, the moment that you came back into the room, Jetty, the video popped up for me. It's a 21-minute and 50-second video. Popped up. It's in preview mode. It looks
You
great.
talking about this one? Really?
I'll share with you what it looks like here. Let me do this. Take a
Do you see a
screenshot.
preview?
Yeah. Here it is.
Why is it just me then? Like I can't even watch
Here,
my
look
own
at
video.
it. Scroll down and look at it. That's what it looks like on my end.
Hold on, I'm scrolling down. Maybe it takes a second. You share it on Keet?
Yeah. What the heck? Why didn't it go?
Maybe.
What the heck?
Maybe it does take 15 seconds.
I mean, think about it. This is a heavy movie. I forgot how
No. I literally just took a screenshot. I'm gonna share the screenshot of what the screenshot that I attempted to send. I'm gonna share that with you. You're gonna be blown away here. This was odd, but okay, fine. I guess I'll do it manually like this. Okay, look at this. What the hell's going on? Now it doesn't work.
Maybe we need to click again.
No, this is the image from earlier.
What? Leave the room and come back into the room.
It just came up.
Wow. Why did that take so long?
I have no idea.
That was weird. Well, are you going through a VPS right now?
No, nothing open. No.
Huh. That's weird. I thought I was in low power mode or something, but I'm not, so okay. Well, anyway, there you go. That's what it looks like.
Let me download it. So I can zoom in.
Yeah, sorry. It's kind of hard to... No, I mean, it's just, a black background, but obviously you see that it's not just the package, right?
Yeah. Wow. Is it showing the video? Is it streaming?
I could if I wanted to. All I gotta do is click play. Yeah, click play. Here's the video. Studio Gooby or Gibby? Gibby?
Yeah, Studio Ghibli, yup.
He goes, yep, that's it.
Yeah, it's a good movie too, by the way. But yeah, cool. Oh man. And when I
Oh wow,
was
so it's like a whole anime movie. Look at
yeah, it's
that.
the whole thing. It's the whole thing.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's the whole
sweet.
thing. That's
Clutch.
why it was so heavy. Like I have a few of them readily available, and I like to test that. Remember, we were looking for a heavy file, and I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. I found it. I have a whole lot. So yeah, those things are heavy, like 4 or 5 gigs. And just imagine you can get that right then and there. And if you know anything about downloading heavy movies, um, yeah, it takes depending on your internet, it can take a minute. So
Yeah. What are the .mkv file types?
it's a Matroska video file format. It's just a competitor of MP4. It's just a very low compression file, I guess. For
What is the
video.
name?
It's MKV. You can Google it. MKV is probably. I think it's Matroska video. Matroska. Yeah, yeah, Matroska. Ah, it's crazy.
Hey, look at that.
Matroska video file. Yeah, how it works and how it compares to MP4. It's a free and open container video format that supports multiple tracks, codecs, and formats. And it was very popular. Probably still is, because it keeps a lot of it compresses the file, from the raw video format, without sacrificing too much of the details. If you remember anything, there were different formats. There's MP4, there's AVI. AVI was very popular with Windows Media Player, if you remember,
Yeah.
on Windows. It's still popular. No, I don't think it is still popular.
No, haven't seen the API.
Yes. But yeah, MKV is still the thing. But MP4 is just a clear winner. It's probably just the best balanced codec. That's what it is. But yeah. But you see, Keith probably doesn't know what to do with it just yet, as far as me. But I'm glad it shows good on your screen, Max. It's just perfect. That means we can share files. I don't really have a lot of, YouTube stuff sometimes. Yeah. Let me actually, I got plenty of stuff for my. Y'all ready for this? We can have so much fun.
There is so much. I mean, it really is incredible of what Keet is. I will say I do appreciate. I'm putting my NPub in the chat too for everybody. Feel free to do the same, Jetty. I'll put yours too, and find there. It's all that stuff like that. I'll find yours. But it is really incredible of what. Again, when you're in Bitcoin, you use Bitcoin, you learn about it, and you find out that what Bitcoin is, the core peer-to-peer, that's the base layer of the digital peer-to-peer, layer, right? That's of the digital, era. So you can now apply that to everything else, just as we know software is eating the world. So you can go and apply that to how you eat and how you source and consume your energy that you need. What are you eating? Are you eating, junk food and potato chips? Right? Pop and stuff. Or are you consuming, local grown, meat, vegetables that you grew yourself? So on and so forth. There's so many other good habits that teaches by using Bitcoin as the money, but it's just finding out the other tools that come along with that. Not again, this is more of a Keet focus tonight, for this kind of the second half, but Noster, Keet. I mean, really, it's more of Noster, pair time, tech and hole punch stuff. Obviously, Bitcoin. It's like there's a lot of legitimate tech to actually use that is real peer to peer. which is really, really incredible. There's costs, there's costs of that, but it's very, very incredible.
Yup.
Oh my God, I saw that meme today too. That was great.
Hey, wasn't it funny? You told me Bitcoin is not real, Dad. Now look at the price. Look at it.
Look at it.
I do this all the time to my dad. I don't mean this in a bad way, but this is just an example in it, and he gets it now, and he's getting it more and more as the price goes up. So we bought a trailer, just a really nice enclosed trailer. It works great. We definitely needed it, right? For one of our businesses. But I said, like, I don't need a trailer right now because it's 2020. The Bitcoin halving is literally, like, in a couple months. We can get a trailer next year, right? Let me, instead of selling Bitcoin at 8,000, let me sell it at 30,000, right? God almighty, you know what I mean? Okay? So, especially if you need something, right? And, every day, I know that trailer costs, what would it be? That trailer cost a Bitcoin then. Okay? Didn't have to cost a Bitcoin, right? I know I needed it, right? But, man, you know what I'm getting at? It's, it's everywhere in life, right? You're going to do the same thing. You're going to go and buy something, later this week, or, maybe you already bought something that you needed, or maybe you didn't really need that, but you bought the nicer one or something. And you just know the mental price of those sats. You go, man, that's 2.5 million sats that I need here. For an example, I'm probably actually going to be doing a Zap Raiser jetty. This is my pleb stance, Ben. You will learn and be, I hope you learn and be humble just like us as well. But I'm going to Zap Raise for some glasses, folks. I need to, haven't bought glasses in 10 years. I need some new glasses here. So we're going to be doing a nice little Zap Raise. What was that?
Go with contacts.
No, I have contacts. Funny enough, I'd say I'm doing it out of a proof of example, right? Like, okay, it's God, you can go buy glasses, right? My eyes are that bad, but the point is improving in the tech, right? That you can go and do that stuff. There's so many other things that you can go and do. But yes, I have contacts. I've been wearing contacts for a while, and I think I'm now at the age where I actually can't wear contacts because I've worn them for so long. And people talked about that, and I don't like it, but I think because it kind of hurt after a while, and it's only maybe like an hour or like an hour and a half, and it's like, this is not good.
I don't like contacts.
The only reason I wear contacts is because I like that headgear is a lot easier to wear without glasses.
True.
Like snow goggles or like balaclavas or
Oh yes.
Sunglasses. Having prescription sunglasses was nice, but having the variety of just sunglasses is just a whole lot better.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I love wearing contacts, and I would definitely wear them all the time, and that's why I don't wear glasses that often. But for some reason, maybe I've been wearing contacts since I was in grade school, every day. So, and that you have bad habits, right? Where you sleep in your contacts one night, right? That kind of we've all done it. So I would love to wear contacts longer than an hour, but for some reason my eyes can't take it. And they're brand new too. They're clean. It's a brand new case, brand new, bottle. I had the bio. I've always had bio. It was a biotech or not biotech.
You could probably qualify for LASIK.
Well, funny enough, my eyesight is horrendous, and that's why my glasses are so freaking expensive. The frames are like $5. My lenses are like $275. So I have Coke bottle lenses. I got Coke bottles, boys.
Yeah, I think I'm around those numbers too, man.
Are you nearsighted or what?
Far. I think far.
Oh, far side. Okay.
I don't know. Laser eye surgery has gone pretty far these last few years. You could probably
Oh my God, Jetty! Think of the meme. Ben, you just said it. Think of the meme, Jetty. I go and get laser surgery. Right? Laser eye surgery, right? Dun dun.
Oh, God.
But you're so right, Ben. And the reason why I've never gotten that done is because the eye doctor has always said, many have said it, it's not just one, but your eyes constantly change until you're about like past the 25 mark. And even then, it's better to do it later. So,
Yeah, well, I'm saying from experience. My dad had his laser eye surgery when he was 26, and
Oh.
he still has like 18/20 vision, and he's like 42 right now.
wow, okay. Well, maybe I need to go and do that then.
That was 20 years ago. Or no, that was 16 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just imagine how far it's come since then.
Well, my dad also got it done probably around that, maybe even before that, maybe 15 or 20 years ago, because we actually have the recording on a cassette tape. I'm sorry,
Cassette?
I'm sorry, not on a cassette, on a, oh my God, why am I blanking on it? What's it called?
A flash drive?
No, VCR, yeah. Yeah, but what was it called? What's the thing called? What's the...
Yeah.
VHS.
VHS, thank you. Yeah. We have it on. I have it on the VHS. We have we have video of him doing like the scraping across his eye. Okay, with the laser thing. It's kind of gross in a sense, but it's pretty cool. But it's amazing, and his stuff is great. So yeah, you're definitely right, Ben. I really need to do that.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah. See now the only problem here is, Ben, this is the problem. This is the problem here. Okay? How do we because Jetty and I know. This is the next question here, Jetty. We know. $300 for glasses is cheap, baby. What's LASIK, right? And how do I justify that, right? How do I justify that? I have no idea what it is now. What is it?
It's probably $1 grand or $2, right? No, more?
Oh, what, $1 grand an eye? If it's $1 grand an eye, I'm doing that tomorrow.
Easily above $1 grand.
I thought my dad paid I thought insurance covered something of that or whatever. It was a deal or something that insurance had it for whatever it was, and it was I could have swore it was like $3,000 an eye or something like that. But again, like you, Ben, like this is 15, 20, like this is the year 2000 at this point. That's what I mean. It's per eye. Yeah, what is it per eye? What does it say there?
1,000 to $4 grand.
Okay, so it's the same price. That's what I mean. Like, and it ain't no 1,000.
Yeah.
In the US,
you'd have to save 20 years of glasses in order to have that same cost efficiency.
But of course, remember this as well. My time is precious, and my quality of life is, much more significant, rather than the actual dollar cost. I can go and make more money. Okay, we all can go and make more dollars. Okay, we all can go and provide more creative ways to earn Bitcoin. Okay, there's always ways to don't ever be discouraged that you can't earn Bitcoin. There's always ways to go and earn Bitcoin if you're creative enough and hardworking enough to work smart enough. Like again, that's the whole joke about Bitcoin and stuff. Like the supply cap and also like, oh my God, there's not enough Bitcoin to go around. No, you're just not working hard enough or being creative enough to acquire some. So for that for 1,500 or 4,000 an eye, I mean, what's the quality of life cost for you to do that? Now, for me at the moment, exactly. I'll keep my sats. Maybe I'll get LASIK in a year, right? Because as you know, Jetty, like, what do you want to do? Sell.
Sats.
Well, not even that. Let's say that the doctor said, Jetty, I need you to get LASIK. I need it done in 1 year. When are you going to do it? Boy, you're going to do it a day 365.25. Right? Okay? Because you're going to spend not 10 million sats on LASIK, right? Per eye. You're not going to spend for 20/20 vision 20 million sats, brother. That's no way, right? Holy smokes, 20 million sats, right? I'm saying for somebody like bad vision like us. Versus what happens if Bitcoin's at 115,000? What happens if it's only 5.5 million sats per eye? Okay, that's a little bit different, right? And then what happens if you're at Bitcoin at 200,000? Well, now you're at 2 million sats, and you have 5 million sats. And exactly what you just said, Ben. I just spent $300 for glasses each year. Let's say that you did it every year. I
Yeah, but I
mean,
think I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, 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 no.
No, I was gonna say I think we're overcomplicating it. I mean, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I think
Oh, absolutely. I'm
there's
definitely, yeah, I'm definitely, yes,
there's a
absolutely.
lot of things like personally in my life that I compartmentalize, and I try to remember to live, right? To remember that maybe that's why I have a wife. I don't know. She really balanced me out, but I try to remember to live and spend, and it's kind of crazy, but yeah, when you're a Bitcoiner, you delay your gratification, you delay consumption, you delay everything, and sometimes it can become a little crazy, and I try to remember that this is a situation that sometimes is just unique to Western countries, and you have to remember other people in Latin America, Africa, they don't have the luxury to say, you know what, oh, I'm just gonna delay my consumption. Oh, they have to survive there. There's no, if they have a couple of sats, if an emergency comes up, they will have they have to spend I think Grace Satoshi is trying to join. I think is he? He's trying to join. um, yeah. So yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I'm definitely taking it to an extreme there and stuff, and that's the that.
and we go crazy. We
Oh,
do
oh
go
yeah.
crazy. You're not wrong. It's
Oh,
just you're gonna get this LASIK.
oh yeah, 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 absolutely. I know that I'm past that point, where it's exactly the same thing. It's like honestly, it's like me even putting out the stuff on what's it called, Noster. I'm literally trying to give away eCash. Okay. I'm literally Jetty. I know you don't even see it. Maybe you do. Again, everybody's doing their own stuff. I'm not gonna repost my own note 5 times a day, right? I'm not trying to shove my own money down your throat, but I'm trying to just test some stuff out. I'm just trying to play around. I'm just trying to. Hey man, here's 100 sats. Here's 1,000 sats. Here's 2,000. Here's 3,000 sats. Nobody's claiming this stuff, right? Nobody's interacting with the stuff. So the point of what I'm trying to say there is a level of extreme that I believe there's a lot of Bitcoiners that are at detriment in that the where, where you can just really hear the echo chamber and stuff, and I really try to step away from those things. Maybe that's wrong on my part, but it is incredible to see. It is incredible to see just the overall impact. Um,
Yeah, if you're gonna spend anything, you're gonna spend it. That's really you're gonna spend it, and I think it's beautiful at the same time because it's like Bitcoin is a store of value by default. We know that because we know number go up, so it incentivizes you to save and save and save and save in Bitcoin. But also, as you can see, it's a very big, in my perspective, unit of account. Um, Maybe not unit of account, but way of exchanging, like just a trade mechanism in other countries because they use it. They use this wallet of Satoshi. They use it. They have these payment terminals. It's a real thing. It's a very real thing. And if for them to have it, I don't think they're playing around. I think they're getting customers. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that. Like I think, for you to invest into a terminal, a lightning terminal, like an actual point of sale, that prints receipt and everything. you know, you actually must
oh,
have
did
some
they
customers.
launch one or something or what?
No. All I was saying, like, I'm thinking
Oh,
El Salvador.
God.
You know, I'm thinking like, people.
Oh, you're just saying like in general of
Like,
having
in general,
have a
like,
terminal. Yeah,
that's
well, that's the whole point. That's in order to live, right? When
yeah.
you get to the point of like our level, and I know I sound ridiculously crazy when I say these things, is you're backing me up, Jay, but also trying to keep me real at the same time, and that is when you get to these levels where you're living on Bitcoin for, God, I've been doing this for over 6 years now, like full time, full time.
Yeah.
God, even longer than that, maybe. And you're never fully on Bitcoin. Like you always have to have dollars in this world, which is just
At
so
least here,
horrible.
at least here in the U.S.
Yeah. At least here in the
El
U.S.
Salvador is different.
Yeah, different. But yeah, the whole when you're living on such a long time like this, like everything begins to just constantly elevate of just at the price of Bitcoin's elevation. So I can as I provide more goods and services, we earn more goods and services in the form of UTXOs. Um, it just takes a lot of um, it just takes a lot of discipline to 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 really to really use Bitcoin. And so that's when you just start to have that. I said it at the very beginning. I know Nick and Mike. You heard me say it right at the very beginning. Um, the SAT math is really easy, right? At $50,000 at $1 trillion market cap, right? 2,000 sats a dollar, right? It's pretty simple, pretty clean, pretty easy. If it's any higher and stuff, or if it's any lower, it gets a little different. Yeah, the meeting should work, but if when you're on that mindset, you're living on Bitcoin. You're using it. You're weighing your options. Do I buy this or do I buy this? Even though it's more expensive, it's going to last me longer. Do I really need this right now? Does anybody really need LASIK? No. Okay. Do I really need new glasses? No. I have newer ones upstairs. What's wrong with those? The one sides are just broke. I just need a new screw. I'm like, yeah, but just get new glasses, right? So
You're literally the meme. Why can't I get new stuff when we have new stuff at home? The new stuff at home is just old stuff.
yeah, yeah. I know, Mike. You unmuted. I didn't want to keep rambling.
Oh yeah. I was just gonna say, yeah, I think I'm on the extreme end of not spending right now. It's basically just rent, food, gas, and maybe like one or two emergency things that I never considered. Maybe books as well. And then almost everything else is just going into Bitcoin at the moment. So, I've been living like this for about 2 years or so.
Oh
And
wow, nice.
I don't miss any of the spending that I used to do. I don't I don't miss living paycheck to paycheck or any of that stuff.
Eh,
I see this as an opportunity where the sats aren't going to be this cheap ever. Probably in the next 4 or 8 years, like it's never going to be this low again. So just buy as much as I can while the getting is good for now. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious what your experience is in the past 2 years of having that mindset. Like, what are the wallets that you've used? What like, I'm not. I don't want like super details like how you pay your bill, like stuff.
Everything.
But yeah. By the way,
Absolutely.
the seed words too of your seed plate. By the way, I need pictures of those.
Yeah, for sure. I'll type it in the chat.
Yeah. Great.
I mean, wallets. I guess just like the cold wallet. I've been using that one. Tracer and a couple of other ones. I'm sort of figuring out multi-sig right now, and I'm finding that it's a lot easier than I thought it. What I initially thought it was going to be. So I'm just playing around with that. Yeah, I think in terms of wallets, I don't think I'm doing anything special. I'm just picking the more popular ones out there, the hardware wallets, and I'm just putting it away into cold storage. I've been consolidating some of my UTXOs lately.
Yep.
This is something that I had no idea that this was a thing before the fees started spiking, say a couple of months ago or so. So now I have a couple of UTXOs, and I don't think it's I don't think the UTXOs are small enough where it's going to be detrimental to me, but it's also going to provide some privacy in terms of how it's split up. Yeah, I guess what brought this about was my ex and I spend a lot. You know, we went out restaurants and stuff like that, and took day trips and stuff, and I was basically close to broke by the end of the month. I guess I kind of got tired of that, and after we broke up, and that just sort of gave me the impetus to just kind of go hard with savings. So and of course, while I was falling down the rabbit hole, I guess I came to an understanding that I wanna buy scarce assets. And so initially I wanted some real estate. I wanted to delve into stocks and stuff like that. But I guess Bitcoin caught my attention way more than the other two. It's just, I guess it just seemed like so much more of a better, short-term and long-term return in Bitcoin, and also just intellectually, it was just so interesting. Never mind the price, just delving into all the different tangential topics that are related to Bitcoin. I just found it so fascinating. Yeah, so 2 years later, I've just been, I guess, in a state of depriving myself of, I guess,
of the glory stuff that
instant gratification.
yeah, that's a better way to phrase it.
Restaurants.
Convenience,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but I'm happier than I've ever been. Just not spending and just putting it into Bitcoin. It's just been a great ride. So yeah.
So I have initially introduced Ben to Bitcoin very lightly, but I've known him for quite a while at this point via our other meetup and group that is 3D printing focused. And so I'm very fascinated by your mindset, by what I know I just said, what you just said, and I'm just curious, Ben, when you hear me I finally hear that, or somebody else say that, God, I feel God, I hate this so much, and I know you guys all think it too when it happens. When you're introducing Bitcoin to somebody, don't you sound like that crazy guy just trying to get them into the cult, right? Be well, don't you see how they feel, because now they're doing the right thing by stacking sats. You should too, right? And it's you feel like you're introducing them to a cult, and I hate feeling like that. But
in today's society, I guess everybody is expressing their opinion as truth, as their own facts.
Yeah.
So it's not so much that you're not crazy anymore. It's just now you're opinionated.
yeah, that's a better way to look at it. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I really appreciate your mindset and how you executed that, Mike.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, that's God Almighty.
Not
Yeah.
always easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that takes a lot of dedication, having that mindset. So kudos to that.
Yeah, thank you. I think I don't know. It's weird, because when I was, I guess, just spending my paycheck and just I suppose having fun, with quotes, I guess. I don't know. It felt kind of I don't know. This feels much better. This feels like I have a future. It feels kind of like a cheat code. It feels kind of as opposed to walking 300 miles across the Sahara to maybe buy a house, if I could maybe afford one day. I feel like now I just have to walk maybe 2 miles across the Sahara. And yeah, maybe I could have a nice house for myself. Although now I'm thinking, I'm not going to trade my Bitcoin for a house. This is going to be way more. This is going to be way more valuable than a house. So,
man.
And plus, why would you even need a house that big? if you're not gonna have a nice house if you're not even gonna use it a lot.
We have
Yeah,
crazy
pretty
minds
much.
in the world here today. We are all crazy.
Yeah, it really is. It's so fascinating to hear. Nick, I appreciate you, staying with us too for this long as well. I know Victor, you do as well, which is great. As always, you've been doing it for many years. You've been here from the start, buddy, and you know it. And I know he's listening too, and you know he's listening too, Jetty.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Yeah, Ben, you do as well. And he's all good and love hearted. He's full of love like that. So, but it is. Again, it's just the cultivating mindset of slowly acquiring something that is actually valuable. Because this is what's so difficult to understand. Like, I even have difficulties for even saying this, and I know you guys have difficulties as same with me as well. And that is, this is the first time ever that us monkeys have had something that we can cryptographically verify its supply. Never in our life, never in our entire being has that existed. And then now we never knew how much gold was, right? We have an idea and all that stuff, but it's just bizarre. It's just so unbelievably bizarre that is a possibility. It's really incredible. It's really such an incredible thing, an incredible process. And thank you for, again, keep please contributing, even for just using the stuff. If you have any bugs or something like what you experienced, for Keet and stuff, wallet stuff like that, you gotta.
You have to accept. Do you see Great Satoshi trying to join or not?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I'll bring him in here. There we go. Now I got him. There we go.
Cool.
But it's just, again, everything is open source, and this is money. We're treating it as money. Technically speaking, I argue that it ain't money. In the same way that Beauty on it as Teco does. But we're using it as money. That's how we all use it and stuff like that. So you just have it there, and you just use it. But if you see anything, if you use it, like, contribute. Definitely contribute if you can and you know how to. So Ben, what is your picture? That's a dope picture. Is it like the Energy Star thing? What is it?
It's a meme.
I knew it was a meme. That's why I wanted to know what it was. That's why.
Yeah, see, it's the Energy Star logo, but reworded to say EP, as in like short for sleepy.
Oh, that's cool. That's funny.
EP, productivity preventer.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. No. It was just a fun meme.
Oh, okay.
It's a fun meme. Yeah. See, God, and memes run the world, don't they? God,
Yeah.
that's up. God,
Memes are the new way of telling events now, as far as I'm concerned.
God, and that's crazy. Yeah, the young generation. Yeah, they know exactly what it is. What's up, Gray? Thanks for popping in, man.
Hello.
Yeah, so this is basically a good. I know we changed topic like that, but this is a pretty sweet. I like how it says pear runtime too up top. I didn't realize that on your screen there that you're sharing.
Yeah,
It says
Linux
pear.
Linux stuff, man. I have a couple of apps that I've pinned, and the way I install this Keet is on Linux. You have to run it as a Flatpak. You know anything about Flatpak? Is a prepackaged software that does not run through the App Store. So Pop OS has an app store called Pop Shop, and that's where you receive all the stuff. But anyway, I had to download Keet as a Flatpak and then install it, make it executable. And this is what I've been presented with. So I don't have an icon, and I don't care. Hey, if the app works, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. But maybe it's room for improvement. I'm just surprised because you see most of the applications when they're being built, they're usually being built on Linux first. So I'm just very surprised when I install the app that and again maybe because this is the pair runtime. I don't know. Maybe I should uninstall it and reinstall it, but I'm nervous because I probably
Shouldn't
will lose all my rooms.
shouldn't you be able to put in your own icon logo? Going into the files for it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but uh, that's you're talking about changing the icon pack, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
the actual icon image.
yeah, that will change all of them, all of my apps icons, or maybe I could select this one specifically.
Yeah,
It's worth a try. Yeah,
you,
I
you should be going. You should be able to go into the app data for it.
yeah, I agree. I agree. This is an option, but honestly, because this is a fresh app, I think I shouldn't need to do this. Like, I think,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think,
Obviously, that's the long.
yeah, it's not a bad way. So thank you for mentioning that because I didn't think that. I didn't think about that off the top of my head. But yeah, yeah, this is why it's pair runtime. Remember, we pair. Keet has two mini apps per se that are running when you open the app on your computer. And we experienced that the other day, Max, where if you look into the processes that are running, it will show you two. It will show you two. Two. So for me, it may show. I don't pause this. I forgot how to pause it. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, yeah, it will show heat, but it also will show pair runtime. So you see, I'm missing the Keet one. So that's probably why, like on my Mac, it will show Keet and it will show the pair runtime in the processes. So there's two specific processes now. Maybe things change. I'm not sure, but I have three pair runtimes now. I saw three earlier. Two of them here. Yeah.
Well, I found it interesting when that happened. We were streaming, and it showed that when I quit, it quit Keet, but it kept running pair time, and that was the amazing thing. I was out of Keet, but I could still see the video. I could still get audio right inside of the app, all that stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was I was trying to emphasize that everything was still there. We were still talking. The video was still streaming, but
Is the voice or the call feature, is that a separate app?
so technically because it's peer to peer, and you can read much more about this at pairs.com and at the documents and stuff like that. Jetty, if you get a second, definitely share that screen. The you have the peer-to-peer protocol called pair, and then I guess it's a specific segment of that called runtime. But you have the protocol called pair of the protocol itself running in the back end doing whatever it does. I'm sorry, I'm not a dev. I can't explain it. Forgive me. And then you have an app. Then you have Keet on top, just like a Bitcoin wallet, right? A Bitcoin wallet sits on top of the Bitcoin network or on the Lightning network, right? You're using somebody else's node, so on and so forth, to which you have your information pulling from that database, right? You just connect it to the Bitcoin DB. So to answer your question, Ben, I think everything runs through pair time. Keet is just a really pretty interface that lets you mess around with pair time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good explanation.
Because all apps today, when you download something from like iOS or from whatever and stuff like that, when you download something from whatever other app stores, you download the local version, which is probably going to have bare minimum so it doesn't bloat your stuff, but it's also going to have the necessary things. And I'm thinking of a classic, fiat mind app, right? Like downloading a grocery store app, or what are the most dangerous apps to download, right? What, like QR code scanners? But we don't need those anymore. We got those built. Like there's some pretty obvious ones that are like, okay, let's.
Timu.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Timu. Man, the joke about that place is it's not even cheap. Like it's pretty slightly expensive stuff. It's like, wow, this is not no like Wish.com used to be like literally like a pair of shoes is like $3.99. It's like, wow, okay. But Timu stuff, like they tried to level up their game. They tried to be the bougie version of Wish.com. It's funny, but yes, it's whatever the worst apps that are going to be drawing your microphone usage, phone, camera usage, this data thing all the time, running in the background here,
like calculator wants to access your phone files.
Yeah, something ridiculous. It's like, now wait a second here. What do you mean you want to access all of my keystrokes or something like that? Like no Facebook key or no whatever app needs whatever 100% of my keystrokes sent to their server, and then of course it's pushing that over to the server. So you're just the server in that case, obviously for your own Lightning setup in that case, but it's a much bigger to me it's a much bigger issue. If you're not having your own version of that base layer protocol, and that's why Keet is so powerful. It's running pair time when you download that, and then you just get the really cool slick interface, like you said. It's like Discord, in that kind of style. So it's just peer to peer. You don't have a server. There's cost to that, right? Because you're the server, but again, identical to Bitcoin, Lightning, all that. So it's more peer to peer, definitely more peer to peer stuff.
So I think.
So what are you running here? Are you running a second instance now?
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you, but this is crazy. Oh man, I'm going crazy. So I guess I was trying to show you the screenshot I took. I thought that's what you were asking about, right? So you see, I have. Let me see if I can zoom in. Think about. Anyway, you can see. So I have five. I counted 5 instances of peer runtime running at the same time. So 2 plus 3, 6. 6 on the screenshot. So there's 6 peer runtime running.
I wonder if that's like a per. I almost wonder now that I'm looking at that. Yeah. By the way, if you're looking at that, like you realize how light Keet is as an app, and pair time, all that stuff like that.
The CPU is really.
Yeah, Zoom is sucking up all of it, kind of thing, all that stuff.
Zoom is taking 100% of the CPU.
Yeah.
How is this possible?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Math is not math in here. But okay.
Yeah, whatever. But I find it interesting for how Keet is hosted. But I'm curious looking at that. I wonder if it's like per room that you just latest loaded.
Yeah, right.
Like go and open up another room. Go and open up another big room that you haven't opened up. Nothing personal, obviously, but.
Yeah, I have more than 5. That's for sure.
Yeah, go and reload the Bitcoin room or something.
Yeah.
I guess we should have kept track of it or somehow like that. This is so difficult to do live streaming. Thank you, everybody, for trying.
So, yeah, I open this, and let me top again.
I feel like we're just a little too nice. I know, like, on my Bitcoin kindergarten, God bless you, Opti. God, we're such degens on there and stuff like that. Oh, my God. Late at night, almost 11 o'clock and stuff, you'll absolute degens and stuff. I know so many other podcasts, absolute degens and however you want to view that stuff. And this, we're just trying to debug, hey man, how much weight you using that app? You can go be a degen all you want with everybody. They're great people. I love Optimus and Justifer at amboss.space. He used to he's the original back of the bus. That was my term, but we didn't really have that one around the teachers. I like my teacher analogy better.
Oh man.
They
All
were
right. Well, I'm not gonna debug this. I'm using this as is, and the only reason I'm, I have it installed on the Mac, so it's more. I don't want to say legit, but it's cuter. This is raw stuff. I don't
It's
even
more
have.
streamlined.
I will say, Jetty. I will say
Yeah.
I've said it before, but I'm not leaving my iPhone. I love
Yeah, I
graphene and
know.
stuff like that, but the
I know
moment
me either.
I just did my stuff. Again, I have a phone. I use it. All fine. But like, um, you just can't
It's
beat
a
the
big thing.
interface. You just can't beat how everything
And the
works.
ecosystem, yes.
Yeah. And now again, and this is the beauty here, right? If you highlight really quickly just the mempool, like this is exactly what. Yeah, thank you. If you like the whole point here is all of your transactions are public, right? Everything globally. Search your Bitcoin node, right? Boom, your stuff pops up. I see your channels, all that kind, so on and so forth. Boom, you got it. Okay, no problem. But if you utilize Bitcoin, I think I kind of screwed them up when I made the alias. It needs to be all one word. Do it all as one word.
Uh,
And I got to go and
well,
open up some more channels too. I got a whole list. I got sats in on the side. I got to go and throw it up there and stuff like that. But if you go and um, yeah, if you go and host like that, um, it'll definitely pay off.
oh, that's me.
Yeah, exactly. That's you, little tiny one. Yeah, I took that down a lot. I had a lot more channels on there. He goes, look at that little me.
No, and you know what I'm saying this is because, like, if I show you my node, like, I have 3 channels, and so if you have 0 channel right now open, and you just got your node ready, like, don't feel bad, like,
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
because
It's
I
totally
had
fine.
0, and then my first one was Start9. They were telling me you can open a channel with us and no cost and stuff like that, and I was like, really? Oh, this is amazing. So that was my first channel, so I opened it up with 1 million. But I was nervous because I was like, okay, I don't want to be public. I want to be private. So you see, my name would never pop up on any of those things. Here, this is a public mempool, and the only reason why you see this is because I opened my first public channel with Max, and I was surprised to see that I pop up everywhere now.
Well, and again, it is helpful. We're through Tor. Um, I'll go through ClearNet later and stuff like that. Honestly, probably with a different node. I have multiple nodes, so this is not my only node. But the challenge is when you're having your node, like Mike, when you said you have your node up through Umbral, fantastic. It's really wonderful. It is. I have mine as well. You see one right there. Okay. The problem is because we're going exclusively through Tor, we do limit our peer connections because we're communicating in the .onion, network, right? We don't .onion doesn't directly communicate with .com. You got to do some creative stuff to do it. It's very easy to do if you know how to do it, but you have to go and be creative and do that, right? Man, that's interesting that it says there's only 3 open channels. That kind of has me a little concerned there, but I know that
Just
that's
have
right.
Yeah, if you have anything else, it'll be private and it won't be shown here. Like I have 2 more, and they won't show it. If I click on mine,
Yeah, but
it'll
I
only
didn't think
show
that
the
other one was
newest one.
private. I want to look at that.
Oh, sorry. Which
Actually,
one?
no, you're fine. I'm just looking at that. Huh.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, very. Yeah. I'm trying to see if that was the case. I'm so sorry, I got sidetracked there because that just made me wonder. I go, did I get a channel closed or something? Because that was public for a long time.
This is my node, folks. I'm exposed now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Screenshot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, screenshots of it all. Yeah. By the way, what was that wallet.dat file again? You might just drag that in the chat. That's fine. That's fine. We need that. Don't worry about that. What was that NSEC that you got right there? We can Yeah.
But remember, I was saying that the first app I installed when I had this, I was so happy. By the way,
where
I
is
hope you
that?
share the same excitement when you had your node, Mike, or anyone else. But it's the Bitcoin Core, and then the second one that was so mandatory for me. It is Vault Warden. It's a password manager, self-hosted. So all my, I mean, usually like all my life is here, like literally. And because all my life is here, I like to tell people like, if my node goes down, like I better have a backup, right? So I have multiple backups. Um, I have the online version of it's called Bitwarning, if you know. And I have the online version and I have the self-hosted version. I just don't use the online version. I secured it very well, but I made it very redundant so that in case anything happens with my node, I can always get another one and start over. But the most important thing, and I will say it again, guys, it's super important. If you're not using a password manager, you should start it since yesterday. It will save your life. It will save a whole lot of headaches. If you're using a password manager on your phone, like iCloud or Keychain, it's amazing. It's really convenient. But just imagine you wanting to change phones one day or switch entirely from Apple. I don't know. I'm just saying. I know Apple is amazing. I know, but I'm just saying. If you want to change, then you won't be able to. That's the trick right there. Apple will not let you do certain things freely.
Or you could just, have a Word document of your password you got.
Yeah, and copy that word password and duplicate that multiple places. And yeah. There's many ways to complicate your life. Right, yeah, you're right. That's an option.
Now,
I'm just being sarcastic.
Oh, my bad. I didn't catch the joke. Yeah, I hope people don't do that though, because I mean, you'll be surprised, right? You'll be surprised.
I was gonna say, Ben, you'd be surprised how dumb the general population is. I say that with love in my heart, but
Oh yeah. No.
What was that?
Understand that.
What was that dude who, a YouTuber? Is it Mr. Beast? He said he left his private key on his laptop a few years ago, or whatever, and he got robbed or something. Like he had somebody broke into his house because he was famous or something on YouTube, and they stole everything, and they did not see seed phrase written on the laptop, literally right there, and they stole everything but that.
but the wallet ain't swept.
Yeah.
That's all that matters, baby. There ain't nothing else that matters. You can take it all, but don't take my seeds because those babies, as long as that wallet ain't swept, we're good, baby.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing else matter. But you could take the plate, you could do whatever, right? If I know that thing here, all I gotta do is go sweep all, click, boom, new wallet, next one, boom, next one, next, right? Again, it's not fun, right? Because now you have new private keys, right? But yes, that's a horrible scenario to be in. But that is the beauty there. You have that ability to go and do that.
Yep, and Mike, you're absolutely right. Go ahead and get Vault Warden, man. You will, to say the least. I think you'll be very happy. It's so weird. Like, I could market this whole thing. It's so weird because if you know anything about Bitwarden, it has a like tiers, like the free version and then the enterprise, the family, just different pricing models, right? Teams, enterprise, right? And it costs a certain amount per month per user or whatever, right? Oh no, I'm on a business. I'm sorry. Click on personal, and then you see the different tiers that they have, right? Most people use the free one. Even the free one is good. You do what you need to do. It's okay. But then you have different things. Families. Can you imagine $40 annually Okay, annually, like for the whole year. Anyway, I used to pay $10, and then I used to pay $40, and then I was like, why am I doing this? And then I have my node, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna self-host this thing, because I think I feel pretty confident now. I tested this whole thing. I used it for more than a year, like 3 years or something, or 2 years. And I included my wife, and I was like, it's just the two of us. I was like, $40 though. You know? So then I self-hosted the whole thing, and I don't even have families like with playing, and it's free because I'm the guy. I'm the IT guy now. So the businesses is also included in the self-hosted. So I have all of these features. Of course, I'm not going to use them because I don't need to. But it's just so powerful. It's like Bitcoin, right? You have this Lightning wallet, and you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. You're the Fed now. You control the money. You have all this power. So yeah, it's just fascinating now.
And and sort of bit. What's all this about the Bitwarden? What's all about the main
Oh,
function of it?
it's a password manager, so it helps you consolidate all your passwords together. So let me explain this in very simple terms. You know how you go to facebook.com, right? You have to create a password, right? If I go to facebook.com, I have to create a password and an email address and all that stuff. You probably will use a password like Grace Satoshi 123, right?
Mhm.
And you will probably use that same password everywhere. Twitter, Instagram. That is the wrong approach. If you're doing that right now, you have to start changing this approach, because whoever can think like you, or like, reverse engineer, they can find your password. It's not hard. It's not hard. And a lot of
Yeah.
people are not creative to create a good solid password. And so this is a password manager that helps you, it's in the name, it helps you manage all your passwords. So this software will create a password for you every time you need it, especially on the computer. You will download this extension. You see, I have it right here on the top right, Bitwarden, and my extension. It has all my passwords. You see, it already had three. There's a number 3 on top. That means that I have 3 passwords on this particular website called bitwarden.com. If I go to another website, it will say, like if I go here, I have 2. See, it says I have 2. If I go to my GitHub, it will say I have 3. So I have 3 specific accounts on this particular GitHub URL, and I don't know the password. That's the beauty. I don't have to know the password, because when I created these 3 accounts, I used Bitwarden to generate a password for each account. And as I did that, generated a password X03M3. You can pick however you want. You can make it choose 30 characters, 50 characters, add all symbols, everything you want. And then as you created it, that's it. You never need to look into it. You come in, Bitwarden is loaded, and it says, hey, you want to log in? Which account do you want to use? And then you log in. One thing I want to show you guys though, while I have you, there's a new feature called the passkey, and hopefully that will blow your mind. And after that, I will just shut up because I can talk forever. So I'm going to show you how I sign in to GitHub. Okay, I created a passkey. The passkey is basically something that bypasses your password. You see how it's asking me on my screen to enter a username or email address and then the password, right? I could just enter that, right? Most of you will do that. But for me, it says or sign in with a passkey, and I already configured them. So I'm gonna click on it, and it will say, hey, log in with passkey. We found an account right here on your Bitwarden. Do you want to use that? And I'm gonna hit confirm, boom, and magically I am in. I know, maybe it doesn't blow you away, but for me, it's blazing fast.
So, my only concern with this is,
Yeah.
what if somebody already has access to your computer? Now all they have to do is just go to any website. If you have an account with them, you can just hit confirm.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, if somebody has access to your computer, you have a bigger fish. You have a bigger problem
Yeah.
than just get. But not every website is supporting passkeys at the moment. Um, it's a very good way to log in. Every website has a different implementation of the passkey protocol. This was the most fluid way to log in. I agree. But this is the same question you would have to ask yourself for everything you're using on your computer. So I think you'll be paranoid if you think that way. I think it's everybody's responsibility to secure their computer, right? But just keep in mind, right? If you're already using the password manager, my man,
Oh yeah, you're already 99% of
you
everybody else.
the best hacker has nothing on you, okay?
Yeah.
Because you have 2FA on these bad boys. You have double authentication and all. And by the way, another thing is that the only reason why GitHub allows me to have passkeys is because it forced me to have 2FA enabled first and all kinds of backups just in case. So that if I lose my passkey or whatnot, I can still recover my account and so on and so forth. And it's very well implemented. This is the best implementation of passkeys I've ever seen since it came out, which was 2 or 3 months ago, 2 months ago, something. But I love it. I love it. I think you should give it a try. Google has a passkey also. I just don't like the Google implementation, but it does work. It does work. So yeah. GitHub is just the easiest one. I just love it. You just log out, log in. I mean, I just love it. It's like you would say the same thing about your private key, or your Nostr private key. You'll have issues. You'll start feeling like, oh my gosh, I need to secure all of those things. What if somebody has access to my computer? Then they can have access to your private key on Nostr. They can have access to, because it's in the extension. It's on. I mean, ID is protected by a password, so maybe you're safe there. But I have this extension called NOS2X, and yeah, that's my NPub, and it has my private key encrypted. It won't even show it to me. So yeah, every time I log into Nostr, this pops up and it says, "Hey, you sure you want to connect? How long do you want to connect it to? How long do you want to give this authorization to?" So this
Hey,
is
bro,
not
G.
password protected. Yeah.
Hey, bro, G. I've just shared the Zoom link into some of Tanzania, so they need to allow them in, so they can also learn. Yeah. I share. So some of them are telling me that they're in, but they cannot say anything.
Oh, Max. Yeah, Max need to let somebody in. So yeah, tell them to wait a few seconds.
Yeah, it might be a little. We're gonna be wrapping it up anyway here in a little bit. It's already
Yeah.
11. We normally stop at 10 o'clock. We're over an hour of what we normally do. So
So sorry, guys.
yeah.
we ramble here.
Yeah. We try. Yeah, we try to keep it as free flowing as we can. But
Yeah, I was actually gonna say like I'm probably gonna have to
yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely, definitely. Well, yeah, I mean, there's just so much that you can keep going over, and you can keep, you can keep doing and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much that you can, continue to keep doing and learning and stuff like that. But I really want to. I remember going over with Simple X with you too, Jetty. There's so much good. So much good stuff, but again, we're here every week, guys. We try to get more people over to Keet as we can, and it's well, no, and then also it is streamed on Zap.stream too, so you'll see that on there. So yeah, we're definitely open and definitely oh, there you go. Now I'll pop it off there. And
if you
right
need
ahead.
anything on Keet, I'm more than happy to share my screen and kind of demo all kinds of stuff. Any questions, just shoot them up on Keet. And I can, you see that button right there, start a call. Oh shoot, I'm not gonna start a call in the Bitcoin room with 1,400 people. Actually, we did that at 1,000 people to test the video, and believe it or not, it's mind blowing. But anyway, so on the meetup, you can on the Keet room, we can start a call right here. on the top right corner, and then enter the call and start sharing. So yeah, we can do this at any given time. Oh, this is really
Yeah, absolutely.
cool.
All right,
So
guys.
yeah, anytime. But yeah, that's all I have, guys.
Fantastic. Mike, Nick, thank you so much for staying with us the whole time and stuff. Ben, always pleasure. I will see you tomorrow. Gray, pleasure as well. And I know we got two others waiting, but tell them I know it's late on us on our side, and it's early for you guys over there. So take care. We will see everybody
Excellent morning.
for sure. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
All right, see ya.
Thank you, everyone.